Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dirge for Exalar, our Dungeons & Dragons homebrew with a distinct horror twist. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and I'm excited to be here tonight because the characters are progressing across the plagued lands of Exalar, and they're going to be in trouble, I'm pretty sure, but, tonight's going to be nice and easy. There's nothing wrong with anything, and I think that we're going to have a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm Kelly, I use he and him as my pronouns, and I have a fantastic crew of adventurers next to me right here. What I would really like is if everyone would go ahead and introduce themselves. Let's go ahead and start with Kel. That's you.
Hello. Yes, it is me. I had to get back and unmute myself so that we could, join the chaos. Hi, I'm Cal. I'm Cal from up the road, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Sherry Fernbridge. So we're waiting to see if she gets any more cake. Probably not.
You mean custard?
Well, custard, no, she wants cake. Custard is way too damaging.
That's true. All right,
it hurts too much.
It hurts. What you get what you deserve, really. All right, so let's say hello to James. What's up, bud?
Ooh, which one?
Well, one of them is Trizelta, the other's James.
Fair enough. Hello there, everyone. I'm James. I use he/him pronouns, and today I am playing Aoden, the Furbolg Druid.
All right, hello, mysterious other James.
Hi, this is Trez. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing Ziel Ivano, the Psy Warrior Fighter.
Nice. All right, let's pass it over to Robin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Thariana Somni. And, they are our Dreamborn cleric.
Nice. And finally, Kat, what up?
Hi everyone, my name's Kat, and tonight I'm playing Muse. She is our little Awusi Tabaxi Hexblade Warlock, and her and I both use she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. All right, so tonight, folks, we are starting off at level 4, which is something that we need to do right now. So all of you, we're going to take a moment and level up to level 4. Your stats, of course, will adjust accordingly. Now, as per normal D&D rules, you're able to raise your, at level 4, either raise 2 ability points, in any one of your ability scores, or 1 and 1, or you can take a feat. Now, you can take any of the feats in the core book. Just run it past me first. You can take any of the feats in a side book, such as Xanathar's Guide to Everything, or I will allow you to take feats from Grim Hollow if they are appropriate. Because this is kind of inspired by Grim Hollow, like Grim Hollow has a little bit of a hand in here. So what I'm going to do is everybody go ahead and roll your hit points real quick. Reminder that 1s and 2s are, well, 1s and 2s are, yeah, we're using my homebrew rules, so 1s and 2s are test rolls.
Is eating my feet.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Let's give it a go.
Chomp,
Really?
chomp, chomp.
2, 1? Okay, and then I roll an 8. That's nice.
All right.
Yeah, I got a 7.
You can also default to one higher than the middle. So if it's an 8, it's a 5. You can default to that,
Nice.
but that's just if you wanna play it safe. Right, what'd you get, Cal? On your D6.
I got a 5.
Nice. Traz, what'd you get?
I rolled a 7.
Oh, thanks, Lady Liliana, for those 3 hurt the mores.
All right. So
Hurting enough.
So much
This is-
pain.
this is the game
Or
where I wasn't
hates
gonna
us.
not hurt you quite as much too. So this is fun. Okay, so I am going to just quickly list off a series of feats that you potentially could take out of Grim Hollow. If you need more information, I can send you copies of them. Grim Hollow is a fantastic book, though. If you're looking for dark fantasy horror, not sponsored, but honestly would run games in this universe if I wanted to feel depressed. Black Powder Expert. Basically, you make black powder weapons. Not super relevant, but if you buy it, I could make it that way. Bloodhound. You have keen senses beyond what most people have. You can become aware of anything small or larger within 10 feet of you. Your attack rolls don't have disadvantage against invisible creatures, and you have advantage on wisdom perception and survival checks that rely on sound or smell. Hulking figure. If any of you has strength 13 or higher, you can take this. Oh, you need wisdom 13 or higher for the other one. And hulking figure, you count as one size larger to determine push, pull, carry. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you use your strength modifier to hit and use your strength to hit them. You deal an extra d4. Same as the weapon type. When you attempt a charisma intimidation check against a creature your size or smaller, you can add your strength modifier to it. Iron gut, you can eat and drink pretty much anything. I can read the rules for that if you want to know more. Lightning caster, ability to cast one cantrip minimum. Whenever you cast a cantrip that has only a target of a single enemy, you can use your bonus action to target 2 enemies within 5 feet of one another instead.
Ooh.
So what that means is if you were using, say, Firebolt, and there are 2 people within 5 feet of each other, it takes your action and your bonus action, but you can hit them both.
That's pretty good.
Nimble physique. If you are Dex 13 or higher, you become small and thin for your race. It gives you a bunch of benefits, like the ability to squeeze through spaces, move through spaces occupied by allies, and if you don't wear armor, you can dodge as a bonus action. Which, Sherry, if you haven't heard anything, this might be an option for you.
Oh, my ears perked up for that.
So you can do this a number of times equal to your Dex modifier per long rest.
Ooh.
So it's not
I have
perfect.
a good Dex modifier, though.
Yeah, which means that per long rest, you could dodge 4 times, I believe, or 5 times.
5.
Okay. Nocturnal gives you dark vision and stealth checks. Stealth check bonuses. Scatter Weapon Master is not something we're using, so I'm going to skip that. Thrown Weapon Master. Nobody here really uses thrown weapons. Weaver of Maledictions. You can make voodoo dolls, basically, or effigy dolls is what they call them here. This is for cursing specifically. So, Witch Hunter. When a hostile creature targets you with a spell, make a wisdom saving throw against the spellcaster save DC. On a success, the creature must choose a new target or lose the spell. This does not protect you from area of effects, like fireballs, for example. Whenever you hit a spellcaster with a melee attack, the target's speed is reduced by 10 feet until the beginning of your next turn, and you have advantage against being cursed, which isn't a thing in this game, but maybe I'll make it a thing if this keeps up. So if any of those sound good to you all, let me know, and I will remind you what it is. Other things that you could take, for example, Kel, I would suggest looking at the Bountiful Luck feat for halflings, which basically means that you can boost your friends.
Like I get more friends, or I just,
You
I
can boost them, so just Google it.
Okay.
If you Google Bountiful Luck feat, you'll find it.
Okay. And what was the sneak through everywhere?
So that was Nimble Physique. So you are small.
Yes.
So if you have Dex, you have that. So if you take that, as long as you're not wearing armor, you can take the dodge action as a bonus action a number of times per long rest equal to your Dex mod.
I got no armor.
Also, you can move through spaces occupied by allies, which you already can do. And you can move through spaces as if you were one size smaller than you are.
I can get smaller?
No, but you can just fit through. Yeah, I mean, in general, yeah. There's tiny, there's diminutive.
Wow.
You're only small.
But I am only 3 feet high.
Yeah, but you can squeeze
I could
through
be a
space.
Smurf.
Well, you're not that you move through spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to take that as your level up, you can. All right.
Do like it.
Traz. Get that.
I'm so torn right now.
Between
Makes
what
2
and
of
what?
us.
Oh, well, the thing is, I'm tempted to always take as good the feat is Warcaster, but then I also have Wisdom at 17, Charisma at 13, and Dex at 11. So it's like I could use 2 ability points, get +4 on, which ups my save DCs and a lot of my stuff, and it's just like, oh. So I'm like,
That's a tough one.
I'm torn.
I
I might go for the ability of score improvement because I just want that extra oomph. in my
All right.
spells.
I'm
What'd
kind of
you take,
divided
James?
between Warcaster and Elemental Adept.
Elemental Adept's
flame.
pretty good. Yeah.
That is pretty good. They're both awesome.
Just take them all. Take them all. Kat, what'd you take?
If that was an option.
Right?
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something.
I
really
was thinking of just bumping my charisma to 20.
Nice. Is it at 18 right now?
It's at 18 right now. I'm just looking through a couple more feats in the PHP before I just make a final decision, though.
Fair enough.
Ooh, if I do Dex, my AC goes up to 17. Yeah, I'm gonna do my ability score improvements. Yo, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
I think I'm going to do Warcaster, because then I can keep
Nice.
using my shield and stuff like that, too.
Nice.
Torn between telekinetic and sentinel.
Okay, where do I find nimble physique? Because you Google nimble physique and all sorts of weird stuff comes up.
Well,
It's like,
it's bountiful luck is what I told you to do. So it'd be, it's in the Grim Hollow book. Which
okay.
I don't think you have access to that. So what I can do
Probably not.
instead
Let's
is just send you a picture of it.
see. Yeah.
So pardon me one sec.
Okay. Oh. I wonder if it's in the wiki dot.
Probably not. They're a third-party company, so
Oh, okay.
I can just send you a photo of the page.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, whoosh, and now you're level 4 on the screen as well.
Woo!
Okay.
Look
Let's
at
see.
that.
Where the hell's my phone?
Amazing.
So my spell is now +4. My spell save DC is now 14. That's nice. Yeah, and my spell attack is.
Are there any other
+6.
good defensive feats that I am neglecting to mention to Kel? Off the top of your head.
defensive?
Is there a dodge feat? Like a specifically like dodge based one? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Let me just check the PHB, but oh yes, be a
Yeah,
rogue.
I'm gonna bump charisma to 20.
Sounds
I'm gonna
good. Okay.
I actually think I'm going to take telekinetic because it can boost my intelligence up to 1, which will boost it to 18.
Nice.
Give me a couple extra things.
Nice, that works for me. All right, so just so that I'm aware, that means that so Muse, I have your charisma at 17. Did that
was 18.
was it 18?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what it's been on my sheet the entire time.
Okay. And ZL, you raised your int by 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Boop and boop. No, and boop.
Also, hey chat, if you like
There you go.
seeing us level up, this is something. It takes a while. We don't talk much, but if this
Yeah,
is
sorry. So
something
just
that you're interested in,
hopefully you're enjoying that.
Hope you're enjoying
if
this.
not, I'll put a skip in that says skip to after leveling for the YouTube cut.
for live leveling.
This is the thing about live leveling, right? Well, I was gonna do it at the end of last game, but it was already like 11 o'clock last game or something like that. So it was
Yeah,
like,
we were already
I don't
kinda.
know, man. Like I got
Sleepy.
places to be.
You
Well,
do?
yeah, and like a bunch of us work the next day.
Yeah.
The next morning. So I was like,
Adder.
Yeah.
Badr.
Nimble physique is definitely. I like that. I like.
It's pretty
that. That
good.
sounds
It's pretty good. The cantrip one is also like freaking great
yeah, that cantrip one is.
because there's no
That-
limit to the number of times you can do that one, right?
What's the cantrip one? Sorry.
The one where
that
you
the-
can make 2 cantrip attacks if people are within 5 feet of each other.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think my main spell quite applies to it, so.
Yeah, for me now that I have I chose spiritual weapon. I have a couple of bonus action spells that it's like and I have a mace.
So, Kel, the one I'm talking about is lightning caster. I just
Oh,
sent it.
lightning cast. Okay, yeah.
That was a very close second for me to taking.
Well, because you can Eldritch
Charisma.
Blast twice.
Yeah, or I can toll the dead twice on 2 different injured things.
I've
as well.
does Toll the Dead scale up?
It's 2d12 at level 5, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
level 5, 2d12.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Boop, boop,
No
boop.
point in me
That's-
taking hulking, eh?
You
Do I count as
would.
2 size categories larger? I could be like
know.
huge.
You start looking up, going,
Well, just
you
take
still
a building with us.
for lifting, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if chat's interested, well, some people are still because I get another cantrip and another second level spell. I chose light as a cantrip because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
In fact, none. Only the cat girl does.
Yeah. And I have warding bond as well for the second level spell that I took because that is also a dope.
Warding
It's
bond's
crap.
pretty great.
Yeah.
Under there.
I just need to pick out a third cantrip.
Okay. Yeah, and Traz, for you and Random, I can send you the character, like the page sheets for you to like skim stuff off if you want. I'll add it to that drive.
all right, cool. Oh, yeah, I gotta send Random that drive, actually.
Yeah, I've spent a bit of time filling that out today, so. And then got distracted by what did I get distracted by? Oh, LinkedIn. Because there were some like part-time additional work things I was looking at. I was like, oh, I could do that for it's only a few hours a week. It looks good. It was recommended me by Indeed, and then it's like must speak Arabic in like tiny letters at the bottom. Like, I spent an hour updating my resume for nothing. I don't speak Arabic, in case you're wondering.
I mean, that's what Duolingo is for.
Triolingo.
Ooh.
All right.
I think I'm probably going to take prestidigitation.
As a cantrip?
Yeah, because that's something that she would absolutely have.
That's good to hear. Prestidigitation is great. All right, so folks, we're going to be starting Game Prime in about 5 minutes, probably. I think we're about done with upgrades. So double check all of your leveling bonuses. So let me just quickly review what everybody gets. So Cleric, you get another spell, and that's about it. And most of you should just get another spell, and that's about it if you have spells. Except for Aoden, who doesn't get that, but gets a wild shape improvement, which is kind of nice. If you ever wild shape, that'd be great.
Actually, I do get another spell. I get to choose another spell. I get one more top level spell
yes,
slot.
you do.
That's
Yes,
it.
you do. That's right.
Yeah.
I was looking at the empty column. Let's see. Then we've got the wizard and the warlock. The warlock always strikes me because I've never played one, and they always get weird stuff. Oh yeah, you get that extra. Wait. So what's your extra spell, Kat?
I haven't picked out an extra spell, actually. I was just looking at those ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I get the extra spell and the extra cantrip there.
Mm-hmm. And Kel just gets the extra spell slot, which, is fine. Kel, you also, just in case, because it's not specifically laid out for you, between levels, you also gain the ability to, you pick, what is it, like 2 more spells? Let me just double check. When you level, you get...
Copy of the home game and a lifetime supply of rice-a-roni.
Sorry, I'm just double checking when you level how many extra spells you get, because... Change your list of prayer spells. Yeah, it should be like right there. Why can't I find it? When you level... I swear they had the thing where when you leveled up, you got additional spells from just having spent time working on it. Each time you gain a wizard level, you can add 2 wizard spells of your choice that you can cast to your spellbook for free. There you go.
Oh,
I was looking right at it. wasn't able to read it.
So I can add 2 spells. What kind of spells?
2 spells that you can cast.
Oh, 2 spells.
So anything that you can currently cast, which is a level 1 or 2, you can go and find another one. Well, find 2 more from the book and add them to your spell list.
Okie dokie.
So those are ones that are in the book. You'll just have to pick which ones you have access to for the day.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I should put leveling music on for this.
Yeah.
Do.
Do I have leveling music? Hold on.
Do, 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 do. Let's get...
How will you level?
There we go. I'm all done.
Okay, cat's done. Bing.
Ding.
Let's put on the anxiety music to make you guys speed up.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Is that the one with like the ticking in it?
You mean the piano keys?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, those are piano keys. There are 2 different piano keys that I adjust at my own pace. It's kind of fun.
Because that one freaks me out.
Right? I try.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else that anybody needs to ask me for the leveling up process or anything?
Nothing to do with leveling up, Kelly, but I did finally figure out something today that I thoroughly don't think I enjoy as part of like horror stuff. Think tongue stuff.
Aw. How am I gonna kiss then?
Well,
I feel
at work today, I don't remember how it got brought up, but somebody brought up a parasite eating a tongue and replacing it, and that actually really
squicked you.
Yeah.
So that
Which is funny because I know it's an actual isopod that can do this in fish.
Yes.
And that's fine. But they were talking about it in terms of people.
So there is literally a book on my shelf. It's a vampire book where that thing is mutated to go after vampires.
Ooh. Okay.
It's
Fair.
the same thing, but it's just in a vampire's mouth now.
But yeah, like it's funny because the isopod that does it to fish doesn't bug me at all, and I'm like, ooh, that's really interesting. But the way that he was talking about it in terms of people, it was like, ooh, I actually don't like that at all.
Yeah.
So I found something. Look at me go.
Hey, congrats! You're always learning something new about yourself.
Yes.
Understood. Is it the parasite thing or is it the tongue part?
I think it's more the replacing of a tongue with
Okay.
something else.
I was thinking they were gonna talk about like Evil Dead with you or something like that, and that scene from the new one where.
I still haven't seen any.
You don't want to see the new one. You don't want to see the new one. You want to see the old ones.
Oh, okay.
The new one's probably fine too, but it's not funny. Like it's not the old ones.
Oh, okay, fair.
Why would it not be funny? That's the whole point of it.
It hasn't. It's been out for like 10 years, Cal.
Oh. Then I guess it's not new then.
Well, it's the new of them.
Newer. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right. Who else is not done?
I'm just gotta pick my spells.
All finished?
All right.
I am good to go.
All good here.
Ready to rock and or roll. I'm excited to see what people...
Okay. Thank you for your patience while we level up, everybody. It was something I wanted to do on camera so you'd see and get the full experience. All right, folks. Ooh, we're at 2916. We're only 84 followers. That's the way math works. Away from hitting 3,000, which is my big goal. I want to hit that by my birthday. Oh, and quick announcement that I'm going to announce 2 more times. Don't let me forget to announce it 2 more times. That technically there are 2 additional games on the schedule this week because I am rebroadcasting Mage the Ascension Breaking Tradition on Thursday and Friday this week in preparation for our Saturday night game. So those are going to be rebroadcast. The YouTube edit is going to be broadcast on Twitch on at 7 o'clock on both nights. So that'll be on the schedule, and it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yes.
It'll be good. It's been a fun game. So I don't know if any of you have actually watched it so far.
Yes.
When we were over on the Onyx Path. Yeah, I saw you there, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
Of course I was there.
I mean, you can watch every moment of a snack break if you want to. We're already snacks, so enjoy.
Snack.
Especially that one. Yeah, who was I pointing at? Huh?
I don't know. I'm looking at.
I think it
I'm reading the spell list.
I think it's Aodin.
Oh, is he your favorite too?
Oh, I mean, just on how the camera works.
Just on how the camera don't work.
Why, thank you.
You know, Aodin's up here.
See if you can get this right.
Ziel, nope. Muse is here. Ziel's there. And Sherry is towards there. That way. Kelly is there.
Oh, Kelly, I know why I had 18 on charisma when you had 17.
Yeah.
Because part of the Tabaxi base features ability score increase, charisma score increases by 1.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the 18 came from.
Okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, because I pulled out your sheet and I was like, oh, no, you were right. It's the same on the PDF that I have. So.
Yeah, I figured I would just double check that, and I just pulled up the write-up that you had, and it's like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yep. All right. Cal, how we doing?
Oh, I'll pick them. Let's just keep going.
All right.
I mean, it's just a 1 and a 2 spell, so it's not going to be,
Do you have
super
mage armor?
exciting. I do.
Okay. That was shield.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Shield might
is a
be another
first level
one.
spell.
Yeah, shield would be good. Yeah.
You have all of your. I'm gonna do this with you real quick. See if I can get you a good one. Okay.
Okay.
So shield's a really good one for you.
Yeah.
Other ones that might be useful. Do you have any offensive spells?
Well, depending on how I use them, they could be offensive. No, I mean, not really. No,
Okay.
I don't really have any offensive spells. So yeah, I probably should have 1 or 2.
Might be good to have one.
Yeah.
False life can be okay. It's all right. I honestly don't think it's great. I mean, there's always ones like Grease. Witch Bolt is a fun one.
I was looking at Witch Bolt. That sounds kind of cool.
Witch Bolt and Magic Missile are both super good. Everybody takes Magic Missile, and you know why? Because it's the Swiss Army knife. It opens any
Yeah.
enemy.
Yeah.
Web is a pretty good thing as well. Yeah. Yep. Shield's great.
Chromatic Orb's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Chromatic Orb is.
Ooh.
Yep. Chromatic Orb is good. Hold on. Let me pull out
Chromatic Orb.
ye old.
Christine used Chromatic Orb to very good effect, and
It's terrifying.
man.
If you're a sorcerer, it holds.
Oh yeah.
That's like my sorcerer's signature spell, and it's great. It's a
if you want the
ranged attack
second,
with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, if you're trying to look for more, there's also there's the spell Dark Vision. That's a second.
I
level
did
spell.
see that. I was thinking of that.
It's kind of it's weird that it's a second level spell.
yeah. But yeah, if you're looking for offensive stuff, like Witch Bolt is really good. I used Witch Bolt in the first game. It's a nice one because you don't have to as long as you hit, then you don't have to re-attack to cause damage again.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm liking the sound of this chromatic orb. That sounds
Yeah.
fun. Let's take that.
Chromatic Orb is
Yeah, Dramatic Orb is great.
Dramatic orb.
Dramatic Orb is it is scary.
All right, and level 2 is all right.
The classic Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray Roland is my
Melf's
favorite.
acid arrow.
It's Milf's
Misty
acid
Step.
arrow in Ylos. The great sorcerer Milf.
Fair.
MILF's acid arrow. That
Milf's
sounds
acid.
good.
Blindness deafness can be surprisingly good too.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, so can blur actually.
Blur is good
Ooh,
for
Blur
if you
sounds
don't wanna
like
get
fun.
Uh,
I have
Blur-
had Cloud of Daggers. That's a good one too.
It's
Mirror image is a great defensive one.
blur. Yeah, I was going to say mirror image too. Blur and mirror image; those two are great. So's Misty Step
Yeah, Misty Step is always
because if you
good.
just need to get out of there.
Yeah.
Spider Climb is just hilarious. So, it's always great. And then Ray of Enfeeblement can be really good if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hit or miss.
Well, anything with a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Which is most of my cleric spells, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, that's most cleric spells in general. Yeah.
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 So if that's what you're looking at, that Phantasmal Force can be kind of fun.
Phantasmal Force. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's just, it's the Phantom Menace, really. Oh, and Knock is great. Knock's one of those ones that you always wish you had memorized, and you never do when you need it.
Yeah, and it's always hilarious.
Our question is Fizzban's Treasury of Dragons in?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at Rhymes Binding Ice, and it looks pretty awesome.
I don't know if you should be able to pick that.
No, I can't. No, I can't. I was thinking for it's a wizard spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I thought
But
you were taking
for-
that for yourself. I'm like, the
No,
fire
no.
guy shouldn't have an ice spell. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, I already got my spells. I'm good to go. But it's a burst of cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution savings throw. On a failed save, they take 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by icy formations for 1 minute, or until another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice. A creature hindered by ice has its speed reduced to 0. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't hindered by ice. And it can be upcast.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
That is a big cone.
Yeah, 30-foot cone, that's
Jeez.
wide.
Not
Sorry,
like-
that's an ice cream cone? Okay. Ice cream cone.
It is Rhymes Binding Ice.
Rhymes binding ice. Okay.
Of course
I'm
it's
just going
rhyme.
to call it ice cream cone.
probably don't.
Ice
since
cream
it's,
cone?
It's not in a book that you have, so you might want to look it up.
Fair enough. And Kelly, just so you know, the spell that I took was Misty Step.
Nice.
That's
And
a
nobody took Nather's Mischief, which is the biggest tragedy in all Dungeons and Dragons.
What is
I
that?
don't know that one.
What?
It's
don't
an
know that
illusion
one.
spell where you create a 20-foot cube that is filled with fey and draconic magic, and then you roll on the mischievous surge table to see what happens. On a 1, the smell of apple pie fills the air, and you charm everyone inside of it. On 2, bouquets of flowers appear all around, and blind people. On a 3, people become giggling idiots. And on a 4, drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult to
I want that. I want that. I want that.
I don't really know if it's...
That actually really sounds like a dream cleric kind of thing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
But it sounds so chaotic and awesome. Fine, ice cream cone it is.
I mean, you're a chronomancer. Like,
Yeah,
precision is kind of key, isn't it?
that is kind of true. We'll go with the ice cream cone.
Do you actually remember what the spell's called?
Yes, rhymes binding ice. I wrote down the right name.
Not just
just going
Ryan's
to-
ice cream cone.
No, it's it rhymes binding ice. Because if I Google ice cream cone, it's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Rhymes binding ice. Take it
All
out.
right. We all good to go?
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right. The escape from Highgarden did not go as planned. As you raced through the woods, your carriage and horses moving at an impressive clip, a frenzied run, one would think that you might have made it. As the mile stretched behind you and that strange abomination loomed in the sky, bits of cloud winding around it like ants circling a sugar cube, You kept your eyes ahead of you, panting, sweating, the cold, stinging numbness of fear creeping down your spines, the nausea, the terror, and the glimmer of fading hope, an ember near extinguished in your bellies. And just when you thought that you had made it further than this thing could reach, a surprise visit from the gardener's disembodied hand shrieked the horses, spooked the rein holder, and drove you into a crash. It is there that we begin our story. But tonight's story actually begins some time ago first. The fire swept hot across so many. It burned woodland animals, people, Furbog, the Fae. It scorched home, and it struck the memory of those who lived on the land from it. The wildfire was everywhere, consuming your little perch right at the base of the chain of the gods on Talos. The Druid Circle approached you that night, Aoden. How long ago was this? Not terribly long, right?
Not long. I think he's been journeying for, 6 months, maybe a year.
The Furbogs before you stripped you into your ceremonial robes, made of doe skin, moss, and hide. They wiped, painted you with strong, foul-smelling herbs, unguents, and other oils. They spoke to you in your home tongue. Are you sure this is something you can handle, Junior Druid?
I have served well.
Yes,
I have trained hard.
that is...
I can do this.
Your dedication is not in question. When you go into the center of it, you must go with a pure heart. I know this has taken much from you. We all do. The other Furbogs in the room defer to the senior druid before you, a male named Vero. And the High Druid worries for you. She has been very fond of you for quite some time.
A druid lives to serve his people, to serve the wood. This is what needs to happen. One of us can take it. One of us must take it, but you are all needed so badly. I can endure this. Please.
We are all too burdened by longer lives, Aiden. Then I wish you well. Go with a pure, strong heart. Lest it burn through you into the rest of us. And at that, you'll notice that the other druids kind of stiffen, like they did not really think that this was going to be discussed beforehand. And in the moment of silence, you will hear the clattering of bells and actually seashells hung from a staff as a wooden stave presses down into the stony ground near you. Bricklin, the grand druid, the oldest furbog in your tribe. She's quite old, bent and bowed, her face sagging, the bits of fur around her ears and all of her hair completely white. That's enough out of you? Aiden. It's time.
I understand. Aiden will look at the other druids and nod to them in turn.
Don't listen. You'll be fine. They're just worried about you. They don't know what I do. I've seen you grow since you were just the tiniest furbog. The people are proud to have you. I am proud to have you.
I am proud to be a part of this place.
And
Be a
this
part of the
place,
wood.
this place lives in you. Let's go. She links her arm under yours and walks you toward the edge of the fire. It rages out of control. Plumes and pillars of steam and fire rising into the sky like the clenching fingers of an angry god. It's deafeningly loud as you get close. If you're ready, I will call it out.
I'm ready.
I know. Tuala Danu. She turns and begins speaking in the old language. The fire goes from a bright scalding red. It turns blue, and the noise burns away. It becomes too hot to hear. It goes blue, white, and colors that you can't quite perceive. And can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
As the fire coalesces into a spirit and pushes itself at you, what does it look like?
I imagine it almost more like a swarm of spirits moving together, like cinders of like white hot cinders glowing with kind of almost kind of opalescent fire coalesce together into kind of a tendril that sweeps over, almost like one of those like almost like a fire funnel, rising up over, except it extends out to the side, almost like a kind of sweeping arm, and would arc out towards him.
Does it hit him in the chest or in like the face or mouth or something like that? Is it just like square center mass?
Oh, it takes him in the face. It draws the breath out of him before it fills him.
So it's almost like a backdraft, right? Like
yeah. And I imagine it just pulls the breath right out of him until he's basically empty, and then it just basically flows in and probably. I kind of imagine it like burning through cheeks and hair and everything like that.
Yeah, he's lifting off the ground, his feet dangling as it happens, and
that's the fire the fire spirits coiling around him and pouring into him just like a vessel, a paper oven.
Are an unworthy cage. You hear in your mind. How many people, how much stuff, your parts of your life did you lose to this fire?
Aodin lost his father and his brother to it. His mother and sister are still alive. They managed to get onto a boat when it swept through their corner, like their little village, and they watched the whole thing conflagrate from the coast. He lost friends, and he lost someone he thought he would eventually marry.
As you are trying to steel yourself through the most pain that you've ever felt in your entire life, where you feel like your very life essence is going to be burned away from you, these images come to your mind. They give you a bit of strength. And the fire doesn't care. The fire's inside of you. It can feel what you feel, hear what you hear, see what you conjure. And it says to you, and this is how they tasted. And feeds you the taste of ashes and screams. And suddenly, a fireplace in front of you is caught by a bit of a downdraft from the chimney. Little motes of flame, little sparks from the wood take to the sky and float over you. A man is leaning over you. You're in a long hall. There we go. Are you alright? Yeah, you're waking up.
What happened?
You were in a bit of a wreck. Everything's fine now. Can you say your name? Don't move. You were hurt pretty badly. We've bandaged you up. We've had the healer come and look at you.
My thanks.
My name's Bose. Bosebo. I'm
just Bosebo.
Looking up, you'll see that this is a rather broad-faced gnomish man who's looking down over you. He's got like bright blonde mutton chops, and is kind of tending you. You notice he's wearing like big leather gloves while he's tending you, like the kind that you would see in a bakery, or perhaps around like a smithy. Do you think you'll be fine?
I should think so.
I'm gonna go check on the others. Some of them woke up before you.
Oh. Good.
You got hit pretty hard. You damn near took out a tree, my friend.
I remember the feeling of the bark. It's probably... He'll kind of like take a look under his shirt to see if he's got like the impression of the tree across him.
You do not. You've actually been healed. Your hit points are healed to full, but you definitely are still... you're a little purple still. It's a little tender, but like the bones have re-knit.
Oh. Oh, my name's Aoden, by the way.
Aoden. It's good to hear. Well, welcome. You're at Servant's Hollow.
Servant's Hollow. Do I recognize that name at all?
You can make me a history roll. Technically, it's Servant Hollow, but
okay. In which case, I will, unless it's something I may have heard at the hospital. I'll relent.
Sure. What sounds better? Is it Servant or Curvin? What do you guys think?
I think Servant.
Servant? Yeah, it's with a C.
Yeah.
So
Servant.
that's how I was picturing it too. I realized that I hadn't read it phonetically. This is a name that was offered by Soul, and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't confirm this. So it is Sir. Okay, good. I should have asked, but anyway. All right. Servant Hollow. Servant's Hollow. I like Servants. I like Servant's Hollow. It belonged to someone named Servant at one point. All right. Looking around, you can see that a couple of your companions are kind of milling about. It's a broad longhouse that you're in right now. It looks like it's used for common meeting spaces, and the walls are made of thatched. The roof is thatched. The walls are made of wood and mud that have been solidified in typical peasant style around here, and it's comfortable. It looks like this is probably where town meetings are, or feast days when it's raining outside. There's a pleasant enough smell in the air. It smells like morning dew. And nearby you can smell the smoke of a fire pit that is ushering up, and on top of it, the bubbling boil of a large cauldron of boiling water. A little beaten up brass teapot is set near your side. And on the other half of the room, you'll see that there is a small table that is laid out. Well, about the size of a picnic table, I suppose. And on it are a couple of your friends, just kind of, your companions at least, playing a game of King's Cross. Or pardon me, Queen's Cross. And who would be playing a game right now to pass the time?
Probably Muse.
Muse? Who's playing with Muse? Is it ZL or is it Sherry?
Sherry.
Okay, I want you to both make me a wisdom check.
Okay, coming right up. Seven.
12.
12? All right, so Sherry's actually winning. It's basically kind of like an advanced version of like checkers, with some additional rules. So like kind of like that weird mix between like Chinese checkers, Go, and like sort of chess.
It's goblin chess or something.
It's basically like it's halfling chess is what it is. So
Okay.
Knocking some stuff around, you are going to be able to make the queen reach your queen to the hollow on the other side, taking Muse's points and winning the game. Nearby, you will hear the sound of the gnome getting up and going to fetch the healer. You both awakened about 2 hours ago and were fed a meal of fairly rough oats. It could be a little more fragrant. They put in a little bit of sugarcane to sweeten it, but honestly, it was a little gritty. But the healers were pretty adamant that it was what you should probably eat after the wreck that they found you in.
Fair.
The gnome moves past you and goes to collect the actual senior healers. nearby. I'd like ZL, you and Thorana, both of you make me a con check.
18.
18?
6.
6. Okay. So nearby, Thorana, you are being cared for by another of the assistant healers, and this one, oh, my d20's gone. That's probably useful for tonight. There it is. Okay. So this one is a tall human woman, tall-ish, about 5'8", and you are going to see that she's wearing like an unseasonably like quilted shirt. It's kind of like bundled around her, and she's fairly thin though. Kind of like she's definitely one of those tall girls that wears a hoodie all the time, like that type of like.
Yep.
And she is quite rail thin, but is managing to make pleasant conversation with you. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. It was quite a
Your friend's awake.
good.
So then I think that makes all of you then.
Yes.
What's wrong?
I feel different.
Traumatic head wounds tend to do that. You'll come back to yourself soon. Do you need help making it to the privy? If not, I could also set up a curtain around if you need to use a bedpan.
No, I can get up. I think that would be good. How tall are the ceilings in this house?
In this house, they are they're about 12 feet. Like it's
Okay.
a long house, so it's built for a lot of people.
So Thorana's probably gonna get up, and then she's gonna take a step forward, and then probably trip and fall.
Okay. So you're going to trip and fall. You're kind of standing up near one of the external doors, and as you trip and fall, Ziel, you're actually going to be walking in the door with some firewood that you had offered to go and fetch from the nearby pile. Thorana's going to almost fall on you. What do you do?
Drop the logs and try to catch her.
All right, go ahead and make me. You know what? You'll be able to do it. You'll be able to. So grabbing onto Thorana. Thorana, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And explain why you're a little awkward to our friend Ziel here.
Yes. So this morning, the dreamer, as they refer to them as, Thorana is now 6'11", and
What was
only
she before?
202 pounds. She was 5'9", so she grew 14 inches in her sleep.
Oh, that would be 7'7", or 6'11".
What?
You say 6'11"?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said 6'1" for some reason, and I was like,
No, 6'11".
oh yeah, that's different.
She's almost 7 feet tall. And she only gained 50 pounds from that, so,
You're a scarecrow.
yeah, Thorana is now a scarecrow, and Thorana is also, it looks like they kind of grew, just was like stretched on a filter, so they're just very thin, and they are going to be using they, them pronouns for this.
Well, I mean, they don't know that.
They don't know that. They don't. It's true.
I mean, like, they know that, but they don't know that.
Yes, exactly. Yes, the party does not know that. I'm doing it for the benefit of the audience.
Yes.
As well. So Thorana is now just tall AF and quite skinny now.
Scrawny, one might say.
Scrawny. Exactly. But they are still their same appearance in like features. They haven't looked like they've changed race. They've just looked like they've had a major growth spurt.
So he catches you without a problem.
Thank you, Zell.
Are you right?
Yes, just the dreamer has made me has dreamt me a little differently. And she'll like stand up. They'll stand up to their full height.
What? Wow. I could have swore I was taller than you yesterday.
Yes, it's true. It's usually brought on by traumatic events in my life that then the dreamer will dream up a new appearance for me. So I might change more by the time we are done, because this has been quite a traumatic ride already. And we've only just begun.
Yes. Sorry about that.
That's okay. What happened? All of a sudden we were in the carriage and suddenly we weren't.
Darvis left his hand?
Oh.
It attacked us, and I ended up crashing. Got a little too handsy.
It couldn't keep your hands off you.
Unfortunately.
If these are the kind of puns I'm going to have to endure at range, I'm going back to sleep.
Eldon, you're awake?
Mostly. Head's still ringing like a bell. You're taller than I remember by a ways.
I grew about 14 inches last night.
Suits you well.
Thank you. It's the air is a bit thinner up here, though. I don't know how you deal with it.
Oh, now I've heard that one too many times. Oh, you short folk.
I was gonna say now the short folk look even shorter.
I know, right?
Muse is gonna walk up to you and just kind of. Damn.
Yeah.
You're tall.
This might be happening more than once.
How tall are you like to get?
Oh, I might get shorter. I might look like a different race. My pronouns change. Tharana today is going by they, them, preferably. I mean, you knew me as she, and the hair still looks like it, and the other features are. So I won't be upset, but just that is what this dream of Tharana is kind of more feeling today for that. But yeah, I might be changed into more male. At some point, I might look like a halfling. I may look like a dragonborn. It's all what the dreamer dreams me up as.
Who knows? Maybe one day you'll wake up and look like me.
It's true. It's true. I could look like you. I think that would look very cute with the little ears.
I mean, ears are really cute. I like them a lot.
How's everyone feeling? That was quite a hard time.
Oh, I mean, that sucked.
Oh.
That really sucked.
Bruises.
Where are we?
One of the short one said Servan's Hollow.
And the short one was correct. You'll hear from outside. And with that, a man will step inside. He's fairly average looking, with long, with quite a long face, a bit of scarred over pockmarks around the edges of his scalp from where probably caught chicken pox or one of the other various poxes as a child. Slightly greasy black hair with strips of silver in. He kind of looks like a slightly haggard, who am I thinking of? Luke, not Luke Wilson.
Evans?
Luke Evans. He kind of looks like a slightly haggard Luke Evans. So if you've watched The Alienist in particular, he kind of looks like one of those bad knights there. Walks in. He's dressed in fairly clean, but still like serviceable, like robes made of hand-spun wool. Usually a lot of browns and grays incorporated into his outfit, and is leaning on a cane that looks like it's been chiseled out of ivory or maybe like oxbone. And those of you with nature, it looks like oxbone or cowbone, like, or potentially like a horse leg, like something quite large to support him. Good day. You're all appearing much better spirits than I thought. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the... yeah. I'm Arvello, the chief healer and the prophet of Servants Hollow.
Sorry, Arbello or Obello?
Arvello.
Arvello. Oh, I didn't. Thank you. Thank you for saving us. I'm
There's
assuming
no
it's.
problem at all. We found you at the edge of the woods, and I mean, travelers should be taken care of.
Thank you.
We did take the rest of your things from you. They're just being stored at the moment, and I was hoping to have a word with you all while the rest of the healers are out. Tsula? Yes? Can we have a moment, please? Just myself and our guests? Yes, of course. The tall girl gets up and bows and walks away. Please. Come inside with me. Sit at the table, if you're feeling capable of sitting. The salves and ointments should have done their work by now. We do have some excellent healing here. And he will try to walk past you, but you're pretty big people at the moment taking up the door. So he'll kind of just wait and...
Thorena will walk in the door, let him in the door.
just step back, basically.
Step back, yeah.
All right, and he will wander over toward the table. A slight limp in his step, but otherwise good. It looks like probably maybe a childhood injury. Kind of...
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, sure. What's the intent of your insight?
Just that last... What was the last thing you said? I remember it sounding weird in my head, and that's why Thorena peeked at it, was like the... Oh, it's the, you're travelers, we must help travelers or something. It's kind of... It has the potential of being kind of creepy. So, and we're kind of just out of this weird sanatorium, so Thorena's very not trustful of people right now.
He honestly meant that.
Okay.
I rolled to see if there was any deception. I rolled a nat 1. So I'm going to just admit that right off. No, like he genuinely feels that way. There was a layer to him saying that they have like the best healers around here. You think that, honestly, it sounded like a little bit of shade. I mean, he is a stone's throw away from us, like the sanatorium.
Okay.
So, and a lot of the things that you're seeing that were used for healing here are slightly more traditional methods in many ways, rather than the highfalutin stuff. You think that it might be a culture shock thing, or like a difference of ages thing. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something there.
Okay. It just this place. I don't know. It just seems more like the sanatorium seems very odd, and this place seems like the happiness.
It's much happier than the sanatorium. I will give you that.
Yeah, yeah. If anything helped, my insight was 17. That's what
17,
the insight let me do. Yeah.
I mean, this definitely just seems like a marked contrast. I would say that, I mean, Thorena might be getting a bit of a weird vibe, yeah. I mean, this guy does come off a little creepy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he could just be weird.
Yeah, it could just be weird.
So, shall we go sit down?
Yes,
Sure.
sure.
Good. Oh,
Where
you're-
did you put all of our stuff?
We had
No.
some very valuable cargo that we need to.
Yes,
keep track of.
that is what I was hoping to speak to you about. You're welcome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
For?
Thank you very much.
Wait,
For
yes. Thank you for
Saving your
saving
lives.
us. Yes, I believe.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that was the first thing out of my mouth when you walked through the door.
Out of your mouth,
Was
yes.
thank you.
He will lower himself onto a part of the bench and kind of gesture with the cane. Like,
Will the bench hold me?
sorry?
Will the bench hold Aoden?
Nope.
All right, I will sit at the end
Are
of
you
the
gonna
table.
Are you gonna try to sit on it?
No.
I need to know who's sitting on the other end of it. If you do,
Not Sherry.
I was hoping. Sherry.
Here's
Put you under the
Fine,
the
Sherry's
ceiling
sitting
beams.
on.
Launch the halfling. Launch the halfling.
No, Aoden will settle at one end of the table. You can. That's probably just puts him at sitting height with everyone else anyway.
Well, good. Now that you're all awake, your belongings are just being held in the mayor's house. It's one of the most fortified buildings. You'll be receiving them shortly. When we were looking through your belongings to see any trace of who you might be, we did find something strange. Inside one of your packs?
Yes.
Who is he, and why is he still alive?
that's Flynn.
Flynn.
Yes.
We're
We kind of found him that way.
we're taking him to the Contessa. Yeah.
I see. Well,
I realize that must look pretty strange.
it looks slightly damning, yes. He was fairly... If I can say so, he was fairly badly damaged, even by the standards of his current condition.
I mean, he is missing a body, yeah.
Yes, but the rest of him wasn't faring much better either. I moved him to my private quarters. I have been spending the last 3 days trying to stabilize him with my...
3 days.
Yes, it's been several days since you arrived.
Wow.
Pardon my sharpness earlier. I'm quite exhausted. Calling down the powers is
Well,
exhausting.
I'm a healer myself. Could
Of-
I take a look at him?
Yes. I'm sorry. And which god do you serve?
Which god do you serve?
A better one than Zonos. I've seen your shield. I've seen your holy symbol as you bring the dripping eye into this beleaguered land.
She's been very helpful for us. She's helped all of us.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
We understand your reluctance, but please give her a chance.
Your friend is in a very precarious position. I'm loath to let anyone touch him until he stabilizes a bit more.
That's so very kind of you. He's he was in such... You can imagine how we felt seeing him that way. He was just left. We did what we could so that we could get him out and try and get him to the Contessa.
No, I'm sorry. We were charged to take care of him. I would like to see him.
Wait, no, there's something I want to ask here first. Has there been any news of the hospital?
Yes.
The place of lies has gone up in flames. If you take your friend back now, he will most assuredly die.
I don't want to take him back. I want to see him. I am a healer.
A healer of
And
plagues.
I would like to help heal him.
An ungrateful bitch.
All right, now, everybody calm down.
No, you come... You come at me.
May I propose an alternative? Now, clearly, you two have differences to work out. That is your business, but I too am something of a healer, and I serve no god. But that, I serve the forest whole. Does that pose you any objection?
As I said, he is being taken care of. If you go see him at the moment, he may die. Later tonight, you should be able to see him.
I'm gonna. Aoden's gonna be keeping an eye on him now. I think I'm gonna insight him if that's
Sure.
Yeah.
if that's the thing.
Sure, he just wants to play the diplomat.
Oh, that's her. That's gonna be 19.
Okay. What is the measure that you're trying to gather here?
I'm kind of Aoden's wondering if he's trying to play us for something, like if he's actually being truthful in what he's saying, or if he's just trying to buy time.
You think that he's being truthful? He's definitely getting real mad.
Okay. No, now, Serena, I think that's quite reasonable. He's done very good work keeping our companion alive these 3 days. He's worked hard at it. I think it's good of us to rest a little while. But we can a few hours won't make any difference. And we'll see him then.
Mr. Arvello, are you able to figure out what happened to Flynn?
His head was cut off.
Well, yes, but there was he had mentioned before he had his head cut off, before we lost touch with him, he mentioned that there was something in his head that the Contessa had to see, that she would know what to do with it. Have you been able to find out anything, to see
That
what
might
it is?
explain why it has been difficult to treat him.
Okay.
He is... The great energies that I called down from...
I understand. It's been very, very challenging for you, and
He is resisting healing. I assumed it was because he simply did not have the will to survive anymore, but perhaps it is whatever this condition is.
yes, he wasn't sure himself what it was, but if I remember correctly, what he said to us was that there was something in his head, and the doctors at the hospital had done what they could do, and it was time for him to travel to the Contessa. I'm sorry we don't know any more than that.
If he is very special, then tonight it will take very much of my power, but I would be willing to try and save his life.
That's very kind of you.
I would have to call down the true one to heal him.
Alright.
To give him a body again, to heal him of this ailment, would require the touch of the divine beyond the ken of mere mortals. But fear not, I am a prophet, and I will call upon them, and they will heal.
I'm sorry, who are you a prophet of again? I don't think you actually told me when I asked.
Thirania.
Do I know who Thorania is?
You have no fucking clue. I'm
No
gonna put that-
flaming clue. Okay. It sounds impressive enough. Sherry will just be like, okay, yes, I can go with it and be suitably impressed.
The one who walks at night. The god of ivory. Fear not. Each of you as well. We bound your injuries, but I am blessed with insight. I know that each of you suffers some strange malady. Whether your blood is turned against you, or whether the heat consumes you, or whether something writhes within you, or whether or not your body seeks to rid itself of you, or your very heart is cursed. We can help
Thank you. I think you've been able to tell us more than for me, you've told me more than the doctors did the whole time.
Doctors are frauds. I am a holy man. I was blessed. Before this, I was a pauper. I am a common person just like you. The fact that I was elevated to see the truth is a fluke of happenstance. My... My friend, there's something inside of you. It awaits like a powder keg. If you give me just a bit of time, I can do something about it. I can heal you. Can they? At the hospital? Can you? He gestures to Thorena. Can your god remove that?
Probably. I haven't asked Zonos yet. I'm not at a high enough level of a cleric to talk to Zonos yet, but I probably could. It gets a lot of hard work and time to be at that level. You have to earn, not just get given higher power from gods.
Those who deserve are given. Which is why I'm willing to give you all a chance. Prove that you deserve it.
Well, thank you for your hospitality. I'm sure you must be very busy with Flynn.
Yes. Do enjoy Servants Hollow, and I know nothing of you except that you carry weapons. Please be kind to the townsfolk. The guard is not large, but they are very protective. We are one of the last holdouts in all of Exalar from the corruption of places like the sanatorium at Highgarden. Yes.
So okay, so when I assumed that you said that you had all of our stuff, I was assuming are our weapons locked away at the mayor's house, or do we have our weapons?
All of your stuff is at the...
Okay,
at the
that's what.
mayor's
Okay,
house.
that's what I was thinking. We had weapons.
No, they didn't just like leave your mace there and like take your like.
Well, no,
rations.
but I was wondering. He was talking about like our weapons. It's like, aren't they currently locked away from us?
They are not presently. And at this, actually, Thorena, you're okay at the moment. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Actually, you're all fine at the moment, which is good. A slight sense of malaise passes over you, and he'll look at each of you. Well, I wish you well. If you want to see your friend, come to me after dark. You'll find my house easily. It's just south of the garrison.
Just an observation thing. Does he have any sort of amulets or iconography that shows off his?
No, he does not.
Icon?
Huh?
Okay, good to know.
No, he's just wearing like kind of basic robes.
Okay.
And he will rise slowly, kind of not, yeah, like slightly stiffly, we'll say.
I think we asked, like, does he look old, young,
I'd say
middle-aged?
he's probably about 45 for a human.
Okay.
Just starting to get a little silvery. He definitely looks like he hasn't slept for a few days though. That's probably wearing thin on him.
Would explain the crankiness.
Also, having someone like get super in your face would do that too. Head to the mayor's house and they will be happy to help you.
Thank you.
And he will head outside of the house, leaving you alone.
Thorena's like, turns to the group and be like, I got a very weird vibe from him. Also, he didn't allow us to see our friend, and you kind of told him that there's something very special about him. They could be trying to drill into his head and extract him right now, for all we know.
He already knew there was something up with him.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what. We kind of told him they were very important in going to the Contessa. That will hopefully won't come to bite us, but
he knew more about our elements than the
Yes.
hospital did.
he claims to know. He also talked about the one who walks at night and
Have any idea what god that is?
no idea.
No, I haven't heard of it. But there's
Blue.
many things in heaven and earth than any of us could know.
This place seems odd.
I prefer to look at people by their actions. So far, doubtlessly they did heal us.
Yes.
They must have meant well by us at least to that far.
I mean, there's also the thing of raising lambs for slaughter too. Like, they're calling down the old one. That kind of is a. Usually, those things may have sacrifice at some point. If I've had.
I'm
any
sorry, you
luck.
lost me about partway through that. Can you Explain that.
They calling down, raising someone, making sure they're good, so that when they bleed, they can bleed at the right time and space. I mean, you need your sacrifices to stay alive to be sacrificed at the right time.
I think Aodin's gonna look just kind of confused by that. It's kind of so far outside his experience.
Sounds kinda weird.
I don't think he can really process that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody doesn't live in harmony with nature.
I doubt they did out of the goodness of their heart. You mentioned something about being worthy of being healed.
Yes.
Yeah, that did concern me.
He was just given upon it. From what I have, being worthy is usually earned through deeds and trials and time. Not just.
Do we want to go see what the mayor says for now?
Oh, I think we should definitely look at
Sure.
this town and investigate and talk to people and find out what is the
Also-
deal with this.
We should also try to procure our equipment.
Oh
If
yeah,
this place is
weapons
going to
would be
turn troublesome. I want to be ready for it. And like them or not, we have no idea if those things are in the woods or near or around. They could be coming this
True.
place. Or this place could have been the cause of it.
Oh yes.
True.
There's just so much unknown right now.
Hello? A young voice will call from one of the doors to the longhouse. It's a girl about 13 or 14, human. Perhaps half-elf, actually. There's a slight curve to the tips of her ears. Her nose is bright red, and she's kind of bustling with life. Kind of big, puffy blonde hair and curls that kind of grows straight up and out. She leans in and, I'm sorry, I was sent to help you in any way that I can. I was told that you were wanting to go speak to the mayor by the prophet.
Yes.
My name's Aura. If there's anything I can do for you at all, please let me know.
Food? Drink?
You've already been fed and drank all morning.
Oh, he just woke up, actually.
Sorry.
I mean, it's all... She'll look it over the fire pit where the food and drink is. Sure, I'll get it for you. And
No, that's okay, girl. That's okay. Aodin will go over there and...
We would love to speak
Raid
to
the
the
food.
mayor to acquire our items and stuff. That would be very helpful for you if you could show us where the mayor is and, maybe give us a little tour of the town and history and,
Mayor Nestra is at their house. I think they're just doing administrative things today. I can take you there as soon as you want, actually. Right now, if you want to.
That's probably a good idea.
Yes, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Of course.
I can eat on the walk.
City folk have such strange customs. Please, come with me. Yep, she will take off. She's about like I said, about 14 or 15, tall and a bit pudgy through the midsection. She hasn't had her final growth, you think, or like really gotten out of that pudgy teenage phase. And she's wearing like fairly baggy pants. But a lot of the kids around here seem to be doing that. It's probably the 90s here. And as she wanders through town, she will just basically give you a quick rundown. And that's the general store, and that's the tavern over there. And over here is our well, which is where we get our water usually. Sometimes we get it from the stream. And what else? We do have an inn as well. And of course...
Get many visitors here?
No, we're
just
pretty
go
secluded. Servants Hollow was founded as sort of a commune to get away from the... I mean, I don't want to say anything wrong. I overheard.
It's not wrong. It won't be wrong. It's your history. That's.
Oh, there's nothing wrong about my history. I meant wrong about
not
you
at all.
folk.
Well,
You come from the bad places.
oh.
What? No.
I hope it doesn't bother you too much.
Oh, I'm
mean,
not saying that you're bad
define-
people, but
The bad
No,
places.
the cities, they're.
I'm not from any city.
No,
Well,
he's from the woods.
I wander from place to place.
Or
no
do you
one
just
wanted-
mean the outside world? Beyond Exalar.
She means outside the town. Right? It's okay.
What's what's outside of Exalar?
The whole world?
We'll just
All the world.
We'll just leave that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Let's-
there's
let's-
whoa.
Yeah. It's okay. You've got a lovely town here.
We try.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
We don't get many visitors, but the ones we do are usually people who can't stand to live in the cities anymore. It's too dangerous.
I mean, that's
It can be.
why I live on a ship most of the time.
How can you live on a ship? The rivers are only, I guess, on a rowboat?
Not around here.
That would be comfortable.
When was the last time you got visitors before us?
That was in Petrolina, and her husband came here from Espoir.
How long ago
Where
was
is
that?
Espor?
I don't know. You could ask them. They apparently used to be some type of noble or something. They were running away because the story is that the political situation is really dangerous. And they were looking for somewhere to raise their child.
It sounds like they found a nice place.
Mercy's doing very well. She's actually just a couple of years younger than me. We go to the same school. I mean, of course we go to the same school. But, so here we are, and she'll stop in front of a large, for this place, manor house. Most of the buildings here are potentially 2-floor, a lot of second-floor overhangs built into the side of it. And this one actually is a proper, you'd say there's probably about 10 rooms in this building. Quite large. A small stone fence around it that goes, well, fence. I mean to say a stone wall that goes up about as high as Sherry is. And
She hops to look over the wall.
the garden here is absolutely gorgeous. It has all sorts of like tulips and daffodils and these a couple of strange plants that you haven't quite seen before. As
I haven't
well.
seen anything yet.
Have you ever seen a Venus flytrap? Or any type of flytraps, Sherry?
A what? No.
So there's a small there's a small pond in the mayor's front garden area, and around it are a number of these kind of like frilled bear trap leafed plants. And you'll watch one of them as a fly buzzes by just slowly go. Oh, don't touch those. They're carnivorous. I mean, they're pretty slow, and sticky.
But still. Ooh. Are these out? Are they outside the wall? Because sure,
They're inside the wall. So if you want to go inside,
Well, I
yeah.
can't see anything.
You said
See,
you
oh,
jumped
give me a
up.
boost. Give me a boost.
Oh, here, Aiden will just pick her up and just kind of hold her up.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Well, let's go talk to the mayor and
Thanks.
get
Talk to
our
the mayor.
stuff back. Thank you so much for the tour and guide. You've been
Of course, of course.
quite helpful.
Um,
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Aura.
Aura.
And one other question: that noble that moved here, where are they currently staying at?
Probably at their house. They're just one of at the if you go down to the end of Drury Lane, it's just a left on Cadmere. We only have about 8 streets, so it's pretty easy to find it. It's the house with the green roof. It usually covered in moss. There's often a goat up there. She doesn't like to go in any of the other roofs because they don't hang quite as slow, and she's really lazy. Rena.
I like goats. They're good animals.
Well, thank you very much.
We appreciate all the help.
Absolutely. And she'll run off. Bye!
This place is just too damn wholesome.
Yeah, this is too nice for
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
place
strange.
we're in.
Oh. Talk to the mayor.
Yeah, let's
Talk
go
to the
get our
mayor.
stuff. Now, as we're walking around town, was
Yeah.
did it look like? What I'm asking is did it look Stepfordy?
Kind of looks like I mean, not particularly.
Okay.
It looks like a wholesome place. It looks like a farming village. In the distance, you can see a lot of people working along the western region, growing some variation of maize. A lot of people are working. There's also a wheat field to the north that still seems to be producing, and there are people that are fishing along the river, and in the town, people are doing a little bit of warehawking. You'd say that there's probably about 300 people here
Okay.
overall, maybe 2, maybe 3, somewhere in there. It's kind of hard to tell during the day, but lots of kids running around and playing. But besides that, it seems like a fairly nice place. As you are sitting and talking around the front, you are going to hear the sound of the door opening on the top of the steps in front of you, and a rather androgynous elf will be standing there with long black hair ran into several braids. Oh. Good. I was wondering when you would arrive. I thought I heard something out here.
Yes, hello. You're the mayor, I presume?
Yes. Nestra. I see that you were speaking with my cousin.
Oh, we didn't realize she was your cousin.
Distant. They will touch their ears. It's, I believe, 4 times removed at this point. You're here for your belongings?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can get them out of your way.
Aye.
I just have them locked in my study. If you'd like, I can grab... Well, there's quite a bit. Why don't you come in and get them? And,
Very kind. Thank you.
Are you adventurers, by chance? I noticed that you carried weapons and...
Oh, well, if you saw where we were coming, what we were running from, you'd have had weapons too.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you running from?
Oh, disembodied hands, and it was quite a, not great.
And disembodied heads, apparently.
Well, no, we were running
That
with
one's a different story.
the head.
Yes.
But that one's a bit different. Is the
That's
fact
actually
that the sanatorium basically started to attack everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps show us to our equipment and we
can
can
get
discuss
get that
this
out of
as
your
we
way.
It's going to take us a while to strap everything on.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Please come in. It's fine. And Nestor will step aside. The study is actually just on the main floor of this manor, which is quite old. The wood's going to creak underfoot as you head inside, and for Aiden, it's damn near going to just give up. But you'll head inside and find that the study is more or less 2 chairs and a bookshelf. It's about a 10 by 10 room. Probably at one point was a bedroom for a much larger family. But here, they will direct you to where your belongings have been very gently stacked against the one of the blank walls, under which you'll see there are several portraits, one of Nestor themselves, looking a bit younger. Elves age very, 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 very slowly. And another of the town, kind of like as an overview, like a pastoral image, painted from a nearby hill. It's lovely enough. It looks boring as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, of course I will. I'm the DM. But
Are you lying now?
I'm sitting right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Fantastic. Muse is gonna have a quick peek through her stuff, just make sure everything's there.
Yeah, it's all there.
Sure, I had a paring knife. I mean, like.
And one sec, I just need to roll for one last thing, to be honest. Let's see. So
Roll for initiative.
no, I'm rolling to see how many of the elixirs broke.
Oh, right.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just roll what percentage of the medicine survived. Okay, cool. So let's do some math right now. Please adjust your sheets to the following. Of the 11 vials of medicine that you had, the ones that suppress your maladies, 74% of them survived, which means that you have 8 of them. I don't know how you had them divided up.
Well, we each had 1 basic and then 2 Thorana was holding in her bag. That's the party. That's like for the party.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
everyone had 1 and Thorana had 3.
Okay, so you have 2 less, and so everybody has 1 except for, and I'm gonna roll a d10 and divide it by 2. So Aiden, you're 1. You're 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Everybody except for Kel. Sherry's medicine
knew it.
broke. Okay,
Dang
so
it!
Okay, you're. So I've renamed these so that they are definitive. Cordials are the healing potions. Out of the cordials, let's see how many of the cordials survived. Ooh, boy. Oh, you know what? All of them, the cure moderates have survived.
Sweet.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
2 of the cure lights have survived. Who had a cure light? There were originally 5 of them, so I think each of you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used mine right before we left because.
Yeah, I used mine right before we left as well.
Okay, so that means
Muse
that
had one.
So who? So
Sure,
out of
did
the
I
3
use
of you that still had one,
Call.
Aiden, yours is broken.
I honestly
and-
don't recall if I used
Understood.
one.
Okay, so mark that off.
at the
And then
advanced game or not.
of the Catholicons, there were 2 of those. I think Muse grabbed both of them for some reason.
Muse has one, and Thorana has the other.
Okay, let's find out what's happening here. Okay.
Well, I think someone else is because I have the long rest.
Oh,
I
maybe
have
Muse
the-
had both of them then.
I had one of them. That's the 50% one?
Oh yeah. Okay.
50%.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
have
the-
one of
Yeah,
those.
so the
Okay.
long rest ones are the tinctures. I'll roll for that first. Tincture is there's only one of those if I'm not mistaken. That one's fine. And the Catholicons, that gets a reroll. Okay, one of them is busted. We're about to find out which one. You know what? I'm gonna use my something good happens to allow it to not be busted.
Hey.
So that's
That
one.
sounds like a
Nice.
I have 1
Sweet.
left. Okay, so that is what is there. So you'll see that those are no longer there. They have been pulled out of your belongings, but there is a pile of broken glass nearby, like in the waste can.
Fair.
Everything should be there except for what was destroyed. I did my
that
best
makes
to
sense.
pick through it so that it wouldn't pollute the rest of your belongings. You should be careful. That stuff is hazardous.
How do you mean?
It's how they control you, you know. What I hope that you have met the prophet. He can free you from their shackles. This medicine it's corrosive to the mind and soul. Not like faith. But listen to me, I probably sound like something of a fool, but in my long life I've seen many things, and I know that the medicines of man go against the will of God. I assume that you would understand the most, cleric and druid. The natural way is important.
It is important, but faith was not helping my affliction, so
That's
I
unfortunate.
turned to this cure.
I've never really been one for faith anyways.
Well, if you're willing to do things to rekindle your faith, I do have a favor to ask if you're feeling up to it.
What might that be? Muse is getting changed.
They will kind of avert their eyes. Recently, we've been having some problem with our grain. It's a minor inconvenience, but with the number of strange things coming out of the woods, the guard has been strapped and we're a bit short on bodies to take care of it. Our grain silo, the one at the old temple of Omesh, is, well, overran with rats. I just need someone to clear out the nest. I would consider it an equal repayment for the healing services.
If you don't mind me asking, what things are coming out of the forest?
All manner of things. It's why you carry weapons, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I've always carried weapons to fend off pirates, but
Yeah, these are not
that's
pirates.
another thing.
Carnivorous horses, plague dogs,
Oh my.
night ravens. I must warn you, if you're not from around here, you should be very wary. Should you be approached outside by a strange man dressed like a doctor, do not go with them, for they are not a doctor. They wear the skin of one of the plague doctors, or they mimic it like a chameleon. They will take more than you bargained for.
I mean, sure, you did see something dangling skin, a skin in front of it. So this is kind of speaking to her like, oh, okay, not wrong. That's on the inside.
But if you're interested, I'd be more than happy to show you over to the Temple of Omesh. It's It's not presently in service. The cleric is... Well, the cleric died about a year and a half ago, and only the acolyte has been manning it, but even he is... I think he's lost faith. But still, it's a holy place. We try to keep it up. Omesh was... he guided us here. We still have much love for him, even though we have greater help now. Yes, Thorana.
Do I know anything about a mesh?
Sure, make me a religion roll.
I would love to make you a religion roll.
I would love you to love making a religion roll.
Yeah. I love that I'm proficient in religion because it's an int-based thing. So that's gonna be a 12.
12. Omesh is the god of agriculture.
Yeah, okay.
Generally pictured as a pretty big dude.
But he's not, he's one of the, like, he's not one of the dead gods, right? He's one of
No,
the
he's a regular meteor god. He is he is the depends on which version, either the husband or brother. He's the husband. He's the husband of Beatrice, the goddess of cities.
Okay.
Who is herself the child of Gren and Casmirea. In theory, the goddess of travel and the god of commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, travel and commerce would create walled cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would hook up with agriculture.
Yeah. For a
Yep.
fling. Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. I was just making sure. I was like, I recognize a message for it. If that.
His domains are nature and solidarity, and his sigil is a shovel diagonally thrust into earth, sometimes with a sprig growing up.
Nice.
Druids are pretty okay with him. He's pretty chill. He basically is like, he's the god of farming. So like,
Sylvester would be down with this guy.
That's quite relatable.
Quite
Probably
relatable.
not as heard of in the chain of the gods, but
no, he's pretty chill. Like,
yeah,
honestly, it's finding out that this commune was originally founded by clerics of Omesh is really like, oh, they grow weed, right? Like that kind of like. That's probably
they're BC. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably how this place started. Was like as a weed commune.
Yeah. Also, I noticed you called cleric versus prophet. For you use the term cleric for the cleric of Omesh, but this healer that was helping us, you called him the prophet.
He has powers beyond a normal cleric. I have seen him heal the blind. I myself I was born with a very weak heart. It always gave me trouble. I could barely walk up the stairs. This used to be my bedroom for decades, but I had it converted into a study just this past year. I can run up them now. No cleric could heal this. The greatest thing is that I don't know the way that it works, but clerics always ask for something in return. No offense. I assume that there's some sort of transaction between you and the divine. But the prophet just...
He just takes?
No, he just gives. It's like he has a divine expense account, to speak... well, in terms that I deal in regularly. He has an unlimited operating fund.
And if of what I have learned is that magic comes with a price. There's always a cap.
I wouldn't know. I'm a bookkeeper and the head of the Strata Council.
Thank you for your clarification. I was just wondering because I have not really heard the term prophets before. I've in cleric, so I didn't know if it was just a different word you used for healers, but he is a different level. So thank you for the clarification.
It's okay to be intimidated by someone with more power than you.
Until I actually see his power, I won't be intimidated. He has not shown me yet. I've heard great things, but I can also make people see that they're blind. I can also have that ability. So...
Do you have that ability? We could use something like that. Some of the... a cow was born recently without eyes. It would be wonderful.
Oh.
The prophet's quite busy, but if you can help the calf see...
I don't know if he has no eyes that I can do that. I can remove blindness.
Well, I would assume that they would be
Perhaps it would be wise for us to go look into this rat situation first.
Thank you. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
Yes. Yes, we would
We
love
certainly owe you for all the care and well-meaning that your people have provided us.
Well, when you
Yes.
finish there, I would be
very
happy to
strange.
have a drink with you at the tavern.
It's very kind. We would most enjoy that.
Much appreciated.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And with
Can
that,
you give us some directions to this?
it's just
Yeah.
north of here.
Oh.
The
Easy enough.
it's very easy to find. It's the only
It's the
place.
silo.
It's this one has it.
Probably the only silo in town, I imagine.
The only good one.
Oh.
But even that is in question now, thanks to this infestation.
Well, hopefully it will be a problem for not much longer.
I hope so. Best of luck. All right. With that, he will let you out, and or they will let you out, I should say, and we'll just watch you head to the north, giving you a brisk, kind of exhausted wave. And with that, I think this is probably where we're going to take our break, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now we're back. I clicked the wrong button. Hey folks, welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat, and nothing is sus about this village. This village is a totally normal village. How are you?
It's totally fine. I like it.
We believe you.
I would
See,
like
now
to
you're
stay
really
here.
loud, Traz. What is with your computer?
Temperamental today.
Does your computer, does someone have remote control and they're just they're just trolling you?
I'd blame my dogs just because.
Maybe we're trolling you.
Oh,
Okay, Traz, do me a favor.
Yes.
I want you to do me a favor. Go to Zoom right now. Go to Zoom. Click up on the mute button. They don't click the mute button. Click up.
Okay.
What audio device is listed?
The microphone I'm using.
And that's the 2020?
Yeah.
How the hell is it sounding like this? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, also, Kelly, I also have a USB plus. Mine is the plus version.
Yeah, yours is the plus. It's the exact same mic. That's why I'm like, what the hell is going on? We've been trying to upgrade equipment, and it's not going well because there's a ton of counterfeits on the market. James and I both, James and I both bought mics from a place, and it turned out they were both counterfeit. I just bought it to loan out to Jen, for our mage game, and it was like everyone else was like, "Hi, testing, testing, testing," and she apparently was supposed to have the same mic, and it was like, it's like, what? Testing, testing, right? So it was a big thing. I see DM Mike in the chat. Hey, DM Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. So, folks, this is the part of the program where we talk to the chat. Yeah, does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to do? I'm waking up to ash and dust.
What my
Decide
brow,
to heat my
my sweat,
microphone.
my rust.
Wait,
Heat the mic.
wait. Talk now, Traz?
Talk now, Traz.
What'd you do?
That sounds good.
So I
What did
messed with some other settings and I apparently fixed it. I don't know.
Yeah, you sound fine now. What the hell did
Yeah.
you do?
Great.
What did you do?
Just wait, in 30 seconds it'll be completely different.
Because was that program open again?
No, I didn't install that one.
So what?
Yeah, you sound like nice.
Yeah, you sound nice. Hi, how's it going?
I don't know. I just work here. I don't know.
Do we use a virtual tabletop? If so, which one? Depending, yes. So for some of our games, we do use a virtual tabletop. We use Roll20 presently. I use Roll20 primarily for the audio mixing because it's easy to have background music through it. The interface is really basic, and because I don't have time to learn any others. And some of them have you have to buy into them once, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give you $50 to find out your audio mixer sucks. Although I am about to go check out Sirenscape next week.
Yeah, that Sirenscape's pretty good.
That's good.
All right, so I use Roll20. We use it primarily for games where it is a module and a company has done all of the maps for us. Otherwise, I usually get James over here, guy in the middle, the guy with the bluish gray face, to do my maps for me because he really enjoys it. And it's
Kinda crazy that way.
I find that, honestly, personally, I find that virtual tabletops, when you are streaming for an audience, detract from the experience. I find they can be useful in dungeon crawls if people just don't quite visualize what you're saying, or you're communicating poorly what it is. But so much of it turns into a board game at that point for the audience, where you're just doing so much I move here, I move there, rather than the narrative of it, where it should be he's 20 feet from me. All right, I creep along the hallway, keeping my back to the slate. My sword draws slowly out of my sheath. It's more evocative if you do that. And because of the performance medium that we're in, it's better. Also, it takes a frickload of time to make maps. And if I can't get James, because James works full-time as a teacher.
It's true.
And then we also looked at getting some maps for an upcoming massive fight in our non-costumed game. Because I've got a great fight coming there. But we realized that the best way to do it would be to build a physical model and just play in person, because that would be great, because it would make sense, because there's a multi-leveled fight coming where it's oh yeah, you fight here, but you're 100 feet up, and then it's levels.
Yeah, it's gonna be 20 floors or something like that. Yeah.
James teaches love of learning.
I teach game design, computer programming, and 3D animation.
So someone was asking a couple of questions about microphones. So not sponsored by anybody. A lot of us use Audio-Technica mics. The 2020 USB Plus is a pretty solid podcasting mic. It's cheaper than the Rode podcasting mics, which, I mean, Rode is the industry standard. If you're going to, Rode's great. If you're looking for, so here's the audio difference. Kel, I'm going to call you out if you don't mind. Actually, you know what? Half of the game. So there,
no, I'm kidding.
So there are 3 types of microphone we're using on this game, just so you're aware. So my mic is I'm gonna put a little bit of bass in my voice here. My mic is an Audio-Technica 2035. It is a non-USB mic that is ran through a USB interface that costs a lot of extra money because it's designed to be the mic support for a bunch of microphones, kind of as a podcasting interface. So this is the AT2035. Robin, because we know your settings are good, we're going to go with you. Traz, in theory, are using the Audio-Technica 2020 USB pluses, and they sound like
They sound like this. I'm also putting a little bass in my voice to sound all sexy for you podcast listeners. And then I can do some ASMR into the mic.
Yes.
But yes, this is what they sound like. And they're pretty decent. And I got mine from a Canadian music like retailer. So it is an actual
Isn't
audio.
Long and McQuaid in the States too? I thought it was.
No, I got it from Red One Music Canada because Long and McQuaid didn't sell them.
Oh, it's
Because
fair.
I was trying to
'cause
buy it during the mic, like,
the mic famine.
yeah.
And then Kel, James, and Kat are all using this kind of like it's a low end mic. It's
Yeah.
pretty good if. So the way that I see it is the mics that they're using are really good for like just like casual play, like for casual play, flawless, perfect. They're like 50 Canadian, 50, 60 Canadian, something like that
Yeah.
now. But like Kel talk.
Yeah, this is me. It's Cal, and it's a Maono, Maono, and it is the AU-A04T PC condenser podcast streaming cardioid mic plug and play for computer.
Yeah, and that's what James and Kat are using as well. They're using those.
Yeah.
Because
Michael
they're a
has
bit
one
better
as
than
well.
like headset mics and stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
And the only problem with those mics is they're pretty good. You can hear the vocal range is a little pitchy if you're
be,
listening.
yeah.
If you were listening with the so we have two little secrets that we use. Number one, I play music and that covers a lot of it. Dink. And the other one, that was a wink noise in case you couldn't see. And the other one is that we use it for actual plays. So rather than the podcast one. So for example, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, most of the players in that have like pretty like comparable microphones. So that one gets translated into a podcast where it's going to be like much more obvious when you're listening to something and you're like, that's a little pitchy. But if you're just like watching on your TV, you're not going to notice nearly as much. So, and most people don't watch podcasts on their TV. So there we go. Oh, there's Krista in the chat saying that she hates ASMR. There we go. It was a matter of time.
Yeah, there's a few people.
I mean, I agree in 100%.
You just haven't seen a good ASMR. I'll send you to the one with.
I mean, I have a bunny. He generates a lot of ASMR.
The
He's
kind
like
of
an ASMR
ASMR
generator.
Yeah, the ASMR that I watch honestly is baking videos. I watch a couple of channels out of Japan, and there's no talking.
Baking
it's
with
just,
dog? Or cooking with dog?
No, I watch Hidamari cooking, and she is a lovely baker, and I love her stuff.
I think that a lot of people are just thinking that ASMR is the. And then I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
That's not what I
No,
listen
it's
to.
a very wide range of things.
I listen to like the ones. So a lot of the ones I listen to are like Scottish men doing weird things like, all right, so I'm just going to remove your brain real quick. It's going to be, you don't worry, you're not going to miss it. And like mad scientist removes your brain type of things from like a guy with a, but it never gets more quiet than this. Like, it's just a nice, subtle, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
like,
calming. It's calming, and
Yeah,
I like
it's
the
just
sensory,
chill.
like when you're wearing headphones and like you can hear basically like it go from one ear to the other. It's just like for me, I find that very relaxing. It reminds me of like, because I love my head being touched and rubbed. It gives me that kind of almost same sensation if someone's playing with my hair.
It's your tingles. It's your
Yeah,
tingles.
it's the tingles. It's the tingles.
So I didn't actually know what that sensation was because I would watch things on TV sometimes like things that normally trigger tingles like doctor's appointments, things like that, or like, and I would get kind of like a that's weird. But then I listened to a thing on YouTube that was like, it turned out to be ASMR, but it was a binaural torture scene. And it was like, hey, you want this really cool horror thing? You want to feel what it's like to get tortured? Like this guy, like doing like a torture interrogation in your ears. And then like in the comments, they're like, oh, it's just ASMR. And I'm like, what the fuck is ASMR? Oh, and there was the next like 6 years of my life right there. And I could actually sleep. It's nice. Yep. Well, Bong, you'll have to do it when I get my ASMR channel up. Then you'll have to come over to me too. And we're just gonna reach in and remove that brain. You're not gonna miss it.
You're not using it.
You're not
I mean,
using
I
that.
could set up a bunny ASMR channel and just
could
record him
probably
like
get
You should
a
just
eating his
put-
hay.
You should just set up like a live stream channel to that and charge.
Yeah.
Or an OnlyFans.
Only buns.
Only buns.
buns.
Only
buns.
buns.
Only buns,
I,
only
I,
buns, only
I have been
sons.
tempted to set up a video camera just to see what my cats are destroying while I'm at work.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
could.
sure that there's chaos when I'm not watching.
I could set up a live stream for the buns so people could give me money when he throws his litter box on the floor.
Dude, just everybody give us money.
I like
Everybody
it.
give us money. That's the
Sure.
rule.
Everybody- yeah,
It's
just
money
give us
for
money.
different stuff.
Just give us money. I'm so poor.
Yep.
We have,
I just-
recording of him drinking would be hilarious because he does what I like to call sipping violently or sipping aggressively.
Like that.
Because
Aggressively.
he's so loud when he. I've never heard another bunny make so much noise when they drink. It's like he gulps it, and it's like, dude, just calm down. You need
Chill
to
your
relax.
jets, bud.
Yeah, he's just like gulp, gulp, and it's like, dude.
Must have all right now.
And it's like you have a huge bowl of water that I refill twice a day.
He didn't
Calm
learn this
down.
from Mickey eating his food, did he?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
All right.
Mickey and
So,
Vincent
what other
great
things do we
pair.
got to touch base on real quick? So I'm gonna give a quick. Yeah, I know, Robin.
Did you want me to remind you about that thing?
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, yes. So how did you want to bring that up? How did you want to bring that up?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I guess there's no real way to bring that up. So like, yeah, thank you very much, Random. Random, you get a gold star. You're already a
Yes.
VIP though, so I can't. You're you know what? You're a VIP in my heart.
We'll have to mail out some gold stars.
That would be more expensive than that.
Yeah, it would.
So, what was I going to say? So, quick reminder that for tomorrow night is Shards of Nirn, hopefully, so long as nobody has COVID again. Because, yay, Wednesdays. Because Wednesday nights are cursed. Thursday night and Friday night this week are going to be rebroadcasts of Mage the Ascension as soon as I get the videos edited. So please come and tune into those, and you'll be able to find them on YouTube as well the next night, because Twitch gets them 24 hours early. And then on Saturday night, we are doing episode 2. So episode 0 is on Thursday, episode 1 is on Friday, and episode 2 is on Saturday. So I really hope that you all come and join me for episode 2, and come hang out on my birthday, because I'm going to be streaming Mage the Ascension for my job on my birthday, which is kind of, honestly, about where I wanted to be. So, like, that works out.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be good. You guys can hang out with your new friend.
I have my wig came, so I'm super happy
wig
that
came?
I have. Yeah.
Aw.
My light blonde.
You're not going to match Christine perfectly.
How excited was it?
No, I didn't. I really did not like
really
the fact
excited.
that Christine and I are a couple, and we have we look like we have the exact same wig because we're not.
But Jen
that
and Amy are a couple in that game, and they have the exact same wig, too. Isn't that the way that it works? You start looking like your pet, and your pet starts looking like you.
Different.
Oh, boy. All right, so last things before we head back into game. We got 2 more minutes of just chat. Anybody else have any other announcement? So I think one of the things was I wanted to make it clear, just take some time for myself. Oh, I'm not going to be in the chat much when these things are rebroadcasting. I'm going to be like I hope y'all can be in the chat and keeping people and enjoying it. But like I'm going to be like Thursday night, what am I doing? I'm going to be finishing my drafts, I think, because I just got my fiction for the new book. I got it back from my editor, and hey, I got my fiction back, and it requires very little changes.
Yay!
Except for my editor was like, hey, that really dark thing, we're taking it out. And I'm like, oh, fair. That was really dark. That was real dark because I'm writing for a horror book. And I was like, let's make this super scare. And he was like, too scare.
Too scared.
Scare.
Too scare. Too scare.
scare.
Much fear.
Much oof.
Too much scare.
So now I'm like, how far do I scale it back to not be like super controversial? Because it was dark. I had to message my editor and be like, just so you know, I'm not mad I can't do this. I don't know if I would have published it if I were the editor. You know. So I might be finishing that because I think I can get it done. And then I got to get out to my test readers so that I can do the final edit. And then the book gets published, which is going to be great.
Woo.
And then that damn series is done. Yeah.
Yay!
No more writing about vampires.
Hallelujah.
I don't hate vampires, but like, I find
Gets
that
to the point where you hate them eventually, right?
I mean, honestly, after writing 5 books about them, I keep being like, then I've gotta. Like, it's a really good book, don't get me wrong, but coming up with fiction where 5 different stories and you're trying to put them in very interesting positions and you're like, well, I can't, like, it's like they can't go to the beach. I mean, they can. It's gonna be really
Vampires go
boring.
to the beach.
No one's gonna be there.
Fire.
You know,
The
just-
end.
That's, I think that's how
It's a
one
short
of them
story.
might have ended, actually. Yeah, it's a very short. Very short story.
Story.
It's a very short story. But I'm looking to write for some other stuff, which I can't talk about, actually. I can't talk about any of my future writing projects because I'm kind of under an NDA. So, hey guys, I have a future writing project I can't talk about.
Fancy.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I won't tell you off camera. I promise. Every game needs to be each episode.
Okay.
All right, so folks, last call real quick. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You're awesome now that I can hear what you're saying, Traz. Some vampires are resistant to the stun. True. Twilight vampires. I would. Wait, I was going to
Count
say.
those ones.
I
Those-
put one in the
Whatever.
third fiction.
Dirge for Exalar, episode 4, the beach.
Life's a
party
beach.
goes-
Every
beach.
campaign
La, la,
needs to
la,
have
la,
a
la, la.
beach episode and a shopping episode.
If you're buying seashells, it can be the same thing.
That's true.
No, you're breathtaking. All right, so folks, we're gonna head back in. What was I gonna say? There was like one more thing that I was gonna say, and it was gonna be rad. It was that's what it was. So, folks, sorry, I'm a little off tonight. It's been a really long day. So hopefully you are enjoying tonight, and if you're not, come back next time because it'll be twice as good. I'll be present for it. Also, next game is, I know what's happening. Next game's like twice as good as this one. That is just a fact. But what I wanted to say is a big thank you to everybody who's out here supporting, everybody who's out here subbing, everybody out here on the Patreon, everybody who's out on our Discord, everybody who's just being amazing. Thank you so much. And for all of you who leave comments on YouTube, I do my best to answer them all. I think I'm way behind at this point. I'm gonna next week is gonna be my big push there. But thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Thanks for being here. It really does matter. And I'm really hoping that we get 81 more followers before Saturday because I really want to hit 3,000 by my birthday because that would be rad. This channel has gotten so much bigger in like a year. It's lovely. It took us 2.5 years to hit 1,000, and then in a year it's almost 3. And if you count all the people that like unfollow and like the bots, it's great. We're already well and truly past. It's true.
The bots.
The butts. The butts.
The butts?
The butts. Follow the butts. Follow the butts.
Follow the butts.
That's what my cat does.
Touch the butts as long as it's consensual.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so folks, let's head back into game. Ready? Crack your necks. Flex your pecs.
Do it.
There we go. Just adjust my cowl. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
My
And
shoulders
everybody
made a very sad sound.
did it. I'll touch your bot, DM Mike.
Ah.
I love you 3002, Wonka. Oh, by the way, I want to call this out real quick. Wonka, you posted your tattoo on our Discord, and I actually really like your tattoo. I think it's really cool. I'm not a huge tattoo guy, but yours is really cool. Why? Because it's got Spider-Man on it.
Oh, what channel is it in?
You didn't post it in the Discord, right? Or did you post it on your Twitter? You posted it on one of them.
Both.
I was on
It was
Discord.
both. Okay, good. I think I saw it both, and that was confusing. But if you go to our
I think
Discord,
it's on Pix. It might be on Pix.
it's probably in Pix, yeah. So everybody go look at a piece of Wonka's flesh, and then we'll start game.
Yeah.
I would love to go look
Yeah,
at
it's
it.
under
That is
Pix.
a rule.
DM Mike is
Under
giving me
Pix.
vigorous consent to touch his bot. Beep boop, motherfucker.
Okay.
Beep boom, motherfucker.
I really want to play in a game, guys. I want to play in a sci-fi game where I can say "beep boop, motherfucker." And just-
Well, we did have Cyberpunk. It was.
Yeah, but I wasn't
all
playing
in
it.
there. Yeah, I know.
You have free time
to be our
and a
team,
less crazy schedule, and I'll run something on the channel. I just need time.
Help me get enough courage up to run it, and I'll run Stargate.
Be brave.
Stargate. Oh, cool.
Do you want me to say
Yeah,
it
I have the Stargate 5e.
Oh, nice.
You can do
I didn't
it.
realize it was an RPG.
I will speak like this. You can do it.
Fair.
I don't know what face I'm making. Anyway, run Stargate.
Yeah, you could definitely be one of the Goa'uld with that voice. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Have
Kelly
you
would
not
be a
seen
Goa'uld.
Stargate?
What the hell is it? No,
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. What the hell's Goa'uld?
Oh
my God,
You
they're-
have to see the series, the Stargate SG-1
Yeah.
series,
Yeah,
because
the
it was
series
really so
are-
much
are
better
where
than the
it's
movie.
better.
It's the guards of the aliens.
Yes.
It's a whole like slave race that have
It's Christopher
parasites
Judge.
in them. That
Oh, okay.
give
That's
them
I'm fine
Yeah.
then. I'm fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah, yes, but
Yeah.
he's
Oh, and I've shown you guys my Christmas present, right? I've shown you the axe, right? Since I
Yes.
mentioned boy. All of you. I love that like Drake Eldridge just like followed. And only because of Stargate, I'm pretty sure. Like they were just clicking through.
mean-
They're like, "What the hell are these guys?" Stargate.
Let's talk about Stargate. It's all good.
Stargate is. Yeah.
Yes, the series is better.
SG 17735.
17735. Oh,
Yeah,
That's
bro.
I love that that was just me mashing my keyboard. I'm like, what generic fantasy is this? That's too many generic fantasies. Take a few away. 17735. There we go.
Yeah, Stargate is actually my favorite sci-fi series.
Blasphemy.
Star Trek have my favorite sci-fi shows, but Gate is my favorite overall.
Yes,
franchise.
Atlantis, right?
Atlantis was great.
Atlantis was pretty good.
Was
yeah.
it actually? Jason Momoa was in it back when he was Scrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlantis was extremely good. SG-1 was phenomenal, and I even liked Universe.
It wasn't terrible. I liked
You know what's-
Stargate Universe.
You know what's terrible?
I
though?
liked the actors that they had.
What?
Not getting back to game
That's fair. Let's go
even
back to
worse.
game.
because we're 7 minutes over
game.
what I said.
All
All right,
right,
so
let's go.
the people are going to be watching on YouTube later. They're going to be like, "But you said
took
to
forever."
get back to the chat was he's lying again.
Oops.
He's lying to us. Kelly lies. I don't lie. I'm just negligent and I have ADHD. Shut up." Someone called me a liar about the schedule in the Discord, and I was like, "Bruh, why? I'm not lying. I just posted the wrong schedule. I have a lot of copies of the schedule. I run the damn channel by myself. Give me a break." Anyway,
you should see the to-do list.
do you want to see the to-do list?
Let's
no,
scroll.
we need to get back
No,
to
we need to go back
We
to
got
game.
rats. Let's go
We need
get
to
the
fight rats. No.
Oh god damn it.
Those
That
are
is
the to-do
all the
list.
to-do list.
Oh, that's not all of them. There's more on that tray over there.
Oh no.
And over
Oh,
there,
that's where
over
my
there, and
cow-
up there.
That's where my... Okay. Anyway.
Poor Drake Eldridge is a forever DM and desperate to watch some D&D.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Derek Eldridge.
All right.
I'm doing this for you, buddy. Like and subscribe. Smash that bell. Bing. And support the Patreon. Let's go. All right. Ready. Head back into game in... I gotta say it all. I'm a shell. Whatever. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as Gandalf says, make it so. All right. Unsubscribe, everyone.
I hate you. I almost like left Zoom call. Leave.
Call.
Leave call. You don't have enough friends to risk it.
That's a good point. I don't have friends except who's in here.
It's basically us. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to Dork Tales. Tonight, it's time to return to Dirge for Exalar. It takes you no time to reach the Temple of Omesh. It's a simple structure. A grain silo at the back, a huge one. A good 100 and probably 150 foot circumference. A good 200 foot circumference. The temple itself is a simple dwelling with 2 chambers on either side of a broad oval. It's stone. And the roof is made of weathered reeds and wood, with a tremendous skylight. Well, pardon me. With a tremendous gap through the center that in a normal cathedral or church back where you're from would probably be a skylight. Here it is simply open air to allow the rain and sun to shine or fall respectively inside of the main temple. Now there's fruits and vegetables growing all along the vines that intersect with the stonework here. Plum tomatoes grow alongside grapes out of season over the walkway. And to be fair, some of them are a bit dry, a bit burnt, or a bit ripe. It's actually kind of a bit of a melange of textures here. The front doors are wide open, and you can see that vines have grown around them and pinned them open, acting as improvisational doorstops. Where do you go? The silo takes up basically the entire backside of the church. You can reach it around the back, or probably in most temples of Omesh you can reach it through the main altar as well. But the larger doors for the silo and the stairwell that loops around the side, because who has a grain elevator, right? Would be accessed from the outside.
I mean, Tharain is probably very curious to see inside the Temple of Omesh as well, so she will suggest, like, either she'll just quickly dip her head in and meet everyone back around, but she's curious just to peek her head in.
Sounds good. As you
I mean,
peek
if
in,
there's an entrance to the silo inside, we may as well go in.
And we'll have to probably cleanse the inside of it as well.
Hmm.
Can't leave them hiding.
As you walk inside, you can see that the symbol of Omesh is emblazoned, burned into the stonework over the altar. The altar is dirty, covered in leaves, and you're not 100% sure whether or not that is blasphemous or just standard for a god of agriculture. The floor is bare earth. The stones placed in it to give the place a structure, but the ground itself is soft earth that has been comfortably tilled. Benches made of wood are strewn about in a rough configuration to keep eyes on the front. The inside of the woodwork and the roof, you can see these old wooden beams that have been fitted into place. Some of them are beginning to rot a bit, but looking up, it's like the skeleton of a temple, stretching up beyond the base of stone. Near the altar, you see that there is, well, everyone here with a passive investigation of 14 or higher as you are walking through. So that's your investigation score plus 10, please.
8.
8.
Yeah.
13.
13? Okay. So
14.
you can give me, sounds good. You can also, you know what, I'll also allow perception of 14 or higher.
That'll be 14.
Okay.
14, all right.
Then I suddenly jump to a 17.
Oh, wow.
I suddenly go to a 12.
Okay. I'll allow both. So as you are looking around, Kel, what'd you get on those?
That is, passive investigation?
Or passive perception, either way.
Passive investigation with my int, I got it, or with my investigation is a 20.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I have a lot. My passive investigation's a 15.
So as you're looking around, those of you who are just kind of absorbing the scene inside of you, you would say that this place hasn't been inhabited in a few weeks at least. The amount of clutter inside of here looks like it has been gathering for, I'd say, the better part of a month. What's worse is, as you are looking around, you are beginning to see that it is filthy. There's mud everywhere, obviously, because the floor of the temple is dirt. But there's also a foul smell to it, and many of the wooden adornments that kind of flank the sides. There are statues carved out of wood. There's a wicker man in the corner that is kind of in the symbol of Omesh, who, for lack of a better term, kind of looks like Fred Flintstone, like that type of vibe. Definitely, like Omesh is kind of like a young John Goodman whenever he's depicted. Big, blocky, big square hands, and a shovel. You'll notice that a lot of the wood has been gnawed on. There is rat shit everywhere. And not just near the walls. These things have become brazen enough that they have gone, basically, they have the run of the place. Those of you who are, actually all of you are going to be able to see at this point, there are quite a few rats just kind of milling around inside of the temple. Overall, I would say there are probably about a dozen in various places, squeaking, glaring at you, and the majority of them don't seem to be afeared enough to rush toward their hidey holes or walls. However, Sherry, as you're wandering around and looking around, you're going to see that the altar is in a bit of disarray.
Okay.
It looks like the main altar had a vestibular cabinet that leaned back against it that was probably used to hold just general potentially relics or items of note. But as you approach, you are going to notice that it has been pulled away from the wall, like someone trying to find something behind a sofa. And as it is, you will notice that there is a hidden compartment built into the back of it that has been emptied.
Oh. Okay. No trace of anything that was in there before?
No, it looks like it would have been a pretty dry spot, though. If you'd like to, you can spend a bit of time actually investigating it to see if you... Sure, give me an actual investigation roll as you were looking into it.
All right.
What about the rest of you? What are you all doing as you look around?
I got a 12 on that.
A total of 12?
Do I add my investigation?
You add your investigation, yeah.
Oh, well, then that's 17. I should
17?
do quite well. Yes.
It does look like... It looks like a reliquary. You've seen a number of these.
Kel was thinking that, yes. Yeah.
Looks like a little hidden reliquary, and it looks like it was probably... You'd say it was probably magical. Like there didn't look like to be any handle or anything like no easily discernible latches or places to open it. It probably was a command word or a prayer that would open it.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing as Sherry investigates the altar? Some of the rats look at you and give you sweet.
Aeden's gonna step to the middle of that kind of earthen part of it. Probably kick off his boots a little bit and just kind of get his feet into his toes into the dirt. Get a sense of this place.
Sure. Make me an insight check. And does Aeden have a god?
I think he I think he worships nature as a whole,
okay.
Rather than an individual one. That is going to be middling. So for insight, where is that? That'll be 12.
12? The soil feels comfortable beneath your toes, and it feels good to be in a place that honors nature, even though it does kind of seek to enslave it for its own benefit. But at least it's not destroying it. I guess that's better. But there's a hollowness here. And it's the hollowness that comes from being in a place that should not be hollow. Something's missing. And it was here. You can feel it. You can feel the lack of something that once was.
Anyone else get a kind of a deep wrongness to this place? It's kind of hard
Get
to
the
place.
sense of the place of myself. I was going to ask Zonos for some help, and she will go to her knees and start to pray to Zonos to kind of get like a sense of basically the holiness of this building, kind of like the space.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a religion roll.
I'm so glad I at least have proficiency in religion. Otherwise, I'd be a 0. So that's gonna be a 2.
A 2?
Yep.
As you pray a little bit, but honestly, this place is very foreign. The only thing that Zonos and Omesh have in common is that their trades both involve planting. It's a great joke if you know who Zonos is, the god of plagues. So it's a good joke. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, so you pray and your god doesn't answer, but you feel, you know what a church is supposed to feel like. The faith has left this building a while ago. And if the god still remains, it's as a stain on the wall, rather than an active presence. Ziel, what are you and Muse doing?
Mostly just poking around the place, seeing what, taking a look at where, like, rat hidey holes are, and,
Give me a survival check.
Okay, coming right up. Oh, lovely. I don't add anything to survival. And I only got a 12.
12? So they're pretty much everywhere. It looks like most of the mess is coming back from the location at the back of the room, kind of next to the altar, where there is a large steel door off to one side. Likely, it's the only bit of metal in this place. Likely, it is what will lead to the grain silo.
Okay.
What about you, Ziel?
I actually want to establish a mind link with one of the rats and try to talk to him.
Okay. All right. How are you going about this? Did you take?
It's just something I can do as one of my racial features.
Oh, fair. Okay. So, let's do this then. I will look up how you do this real quick. Okay, so create a mind link with does it have to be sentient? A creature. No, fair enough.
Yep.
You don't need to share a language with it. Okay, so the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Do they not understand the language?
It's a rat.
Let's say I can also use my action to give that creature the ability to speak telepathically. Your call.
You know what? I'll use the. You know what? We'll flip the offer. The offer is on the table. It is now in my favor. Yeah, I'll say that it works with the rat, but it's going to be pretty rough. All right, so
Basic.
You find a pretty intelligent rat. Actually, you know what? You might not even know whether or not this should work or not. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, looking at the rat, you'll make a telepathic link with it. What do you say? What do you do?
Hello, friend. Have you been in this temple very long?
Born yesterday. Hungry now. Give food or eat you up. This rat is about the size of like a beef burrito. So like saying that to you is quite a statement. Also, it's official, beef burritos are a thing in Ylos because I just said it. So there we go. Give food or else.
I give you part of a ration. Could you tell me which one of your kind have been here longer? The longest?
Make me a persuasion roll. With advantage because of ration. You could also use animal handling, but because you're using telepathy, I'm going to say it's persuasion.
Natural 20.
Mother. Mother is here longest. Mother is largest. Mother is oldest. Mother is hungriest.
Can you take me to her?
Yes. For meat.
I don't have any. All I have is a ration and...
I think rations include usually like some type of like
Alright.
dried meat usually.
Alright, I'll give him some meat.
All right. He will eat it and will scurry out the door. So he rushes out the front door of the temple, moving at rat speed, so like you can catch up. He's not hugging the walls or anything. So you just see Ziel kind of lean over, feed a rat, make a couple of faces, and then follows the rat as it runs out. Now, I will say, although surprising, this is probably not unusual to Aoden.
Yeah, Aoden can also communicate with animals, but they can't talk back. But he'd be curious.
And-
He's never seen this out of Ziel before.
Muse is inherently curious, so she's off with.
Oh yeah,
with
Thorina's
Ziel.
probably following just because it's like, well, Ziel must know something.
All right. Heading around the side of the building. The rat is going to go far and wide, kind of just arcing around the left side. As he does, he's going to kind of like skitter past, like there's an overgrown field next to it where the grass has been unkempt for several months. A large well, like a stone well in it, just about 20 feet from the actual temple. And he's going to keep going around to the side. What's everybody's passive perception?
14.
17.
Well-
14.
17?
17.
You are going to catch the scent of death as you walk by the well.
I'll actually probably draw... So Aoden will probably slow down, and he'll probably kind of wander off, like, go step over to that to kind of...
How
follow
far is
his
your dark
nose.
vision?
I do not have dark
Oh,
vision.
shit, you're right. I always think Verbogs have dark vision. So looking down into the well, there's something has died down there. It is quite putrid.
I think probably what he will do is he will look around for something like a pine cone or something like that.
Easily find one, yeah.
And he will use produce flame, and I will set it ablaze.
Okay, make me a perception roll. We'll see if you can see what's at the bottom there.
And I'll drop the pine cone down there if I... perception, that will be 21. Yeah.
You will see a foot. Looks like sandals, an ankle that's been broken several ways, and you, with that perception roll, you're going to recognize the bottom of a hem of an acolyte of Omesh.
Oh, hell. Hey, folks. Think I just done found murder. And I think he's going to basically like take a rope from his pack. And I'm going to kind of fashion a noose on it. And I'm going to try to lower it down and see if I can hook that foot and drag up the corpse.
All right, so trying to do that.
Never thought I'd look for a use rope check.
Not fair.
That's been a long time since that was a skill.
So slide a hand, please.
Yeah, that's not going to go well.
There we go. This is what I was looking for.
Thorina will stop following and go back to Aoden with the foot.
8.
8. So you're gonna try. It's like honestly, the well's about 100 feet deep. Like this is gonna be really difficult to manage this. Like, this is the hardest claw machine game in the world.
Damnation. Ugh. Thick fingers.
Do you want me to give it a go?
Sure, if you want to try. It's damned hard to grab.
Is the can? I'm guessing it's probably pitch dark, right?
Inside of the
well.
Inside of the well, there is an acorn that is burning away, and as you approach, it is going to snuff out. Yeah.
Okay. Could you do that again, Aiden? I can't see far. I don't have the ability to see very well in the dark.
All right. He'll light up another one.
It'll burn for a second. You'll just barely be able to make out what could be a foot, Thorena. Make me a perception roll to see if you can notice. It is quite dark down there, and even a flaming pine cone is going to give you so much light.
That's going to be a 19.
A 19? Okay. Looking down, yeah, you're pretty sure you can see that as well. The well appears dry. Like, at one point, this probably would have drawn directly from an aquifer, but now it goes down about 100, 150. It's kind of hard with depth perception in a well, but it is just flat ground there, and the edge of a sandaled foot jutting out into your view. At least you think that's what it is. It could be shadow play.
I mean, I could go down there, but...
I don't think so. I think they probably died. Someone murdered them, fed them to the rats. I think the best thing is probably deal with the rat problem and then maybe come back to this. I don't think he's going anywhere. Or she, or them. I'm not going to presume.
I'm more concerned that, these folks here murdered them and tossed the priest of Amesh down there. You know what? I'm gonna go down there. And Aoden's probably gonna step back for a moment. Like, you might want to have a bit of distance. This can be a little disturbing to most.
Okay.
And Aoden's going to turn into a giant hunting spider.
Okay. So as you do that, where are Muse, Sherry, and Ziel? Did you just keep going?
Yeah, I think Muse is fairly intrigued by the rat conversation. That she has no idea what's happening, and she's like, "Hey, that's really interesting," and she's just following Ziel.
Nice.
Yeah, same for Sherry, because she was sort of kind of like caught off guard, like, what? Where's everybody going? Because she was looking in the reliquary.
Okay. All right. So then you're following Ziel and the rat around the side of the building. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Aoden, you're going to start heading down the well. The rest of you
It's rats.
are led around the side of the building toward where the rat is gone. The rat will run up to the side of the large, double-sized door that leads into the grain silo. Will look up at you, look at the door, and go, there, in your mind. She happy. Mama fat, eat all the stuff. She eat you too. Lucky. Bye. And we'll scurry off.
Ziel, what were you doing?
Oh, I telepathically spoke to the rat.
What did it say?
Wanted food mainly, so I asked it what rat's been here the longest, because kind of odd to see a temple in such bad shape.
Did it? I mean, I assume has something to do with this because we're here.
Yeah, the mother's here.
Oh, well, did it say anything else?
That his mother would eat me and that I would be lucky. It was a weird conversation.
You mentally, you'd get the sense that Mother would be lucky for getting to eat you.
Okay.
I think you'd get a little more intent out of it from like telepathic.
And Zia will go to open the door.
Okay. The door is held shut just by a simple like drop pad, like kind of like a door bar. on a hinge. It's pretty basic technology. You go and open it, and as you do, Sherry, you're over there with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You go to open the door. Meanwhile, back over at the well, Aiden, you crawl down, and you make quick work of it. It's about 120 feet down to the base of the well and into the aquifer, which is a large cavern that looks like it stretches under the whole back half of the village. Looking around here, you... with your immediate sight, you'll see that there is in fact a rotting corpse at the bottom. It looks like a young halfling, dwarf. It's either a stout halfling or a dwarf. Kind of hard to tell in the state of decomposition. Its bones and body are shattered from the fall, but it has several things laying around it. If you want to give me an investigation roll with your spider senses. I'll tell you if they tinkle.
Sure. So my spider has blind sight to 10 feet and dark vision to 60 feet.
Sounds great.
This is the one thing I forgot to check. Would be how to... A little bit of sorry, I'm still learning that interaction between, like, for druids, for this kind of stuff.
That's okay. So you gain its senses.
Okay, but otherwise it's me?
It's your mentals, usually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it's
good.
your 3 mental stats, and then you gain its 3 physical stats.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got a 17 for investigate.
17 for investigate. Cool.
I rolled lucky. Yeah.
Now, how big is the spider? It's like about the size of a basketball.
Medium. No, it's big. It's medium.
Oh, so it's an actual creature.
Giant spider.
Fair enough. You are going to be able to pick through its belongings. You're also going to get the sense that you are not alone. Down here, there are a few other spiders that have taken up residence that are nearly the same size as you. They're in the distance, just at the edge of your vision, but you're just going to get your spider sense is going to tinkle. And as you are picking through the body, you are going to find the following things. First, you are going to find an actual a scroll case that contains 3 scrolls inside of it, as well as some other loose leaf documents. You are going to find a holy symbol of Omesh, which is a shovel blade that has rusted slightly and hung from a leather cord. You are going to find 2 potions tucked into this man's belt, and a third that is shattered on the rocks and is toast. And plunged into a bit of the only water inside of here, you are going to see that there is a torch with runes inscribed along the haft of wood. The tip of it's buried in a puddle of water about a half foot deep right now.
All right. So I think Aiden is probably going to... now, I don't think the creature actually has it defined on it, but I'm assuming I can set... I've got, like, web abilities, but I don't have, I think, the ability to just make web.
Yeah, you do, sure.
Yeah, sure. So I think what he's going to do is...
You want to make a haversack.
Right. So I'm going to basically kind of bundle them up, probably like the stuff, everything into like a satchel, kind of like a spider would. Just kind of spin it out, and then he'll stick it to the rope that was already hanging down.
All right, sounds good. As you are doing this, can I get what's your passive perception?
13.
Okay. You're going to start to feel another one of these large spiders coming at you from the right.
Okay.
It's about 35 feet away. And as you attach it to the rope, your blind sense is going to trigger. There's one coming 10 feet from you right now. I need initiative.
Okay.
And as you upstairs slide the bolt off of the grain silo, it is going to explode outward. It's not grain inside of there. It's hundreds of rats exploding out onto you, swarming over you, and behind them, a pinkish gray sack with a rat's head.
Oh.
Its whiskers drooping like they're wet, and it is wet with this membranous slime as it continues to ooze and pump out. Like its lower body is almost like the mass of a jellyfish that keeps producing these slime-covered rats by the dozens every few seconds. I'd like an initiative roll off of y'all as well.
I'm assuming
mother.
you want me to go in there eventually, even though Threna's not really in any sort of initiative.
So you go ahead. You're about 30 feet away from the door to the silo, and you're about.
Oh, okay, was that close? Okay.
Yeah, like this is like literally like a yard. All right, so everybody, roll initiative, pop it in the chat, and let's do it. All right, so first of all, spider time. Spider time. Okay, cool. So, okay, next it is rat time. Ooh, rat time is a good time. Okay, and next it is swarm times. Swarm times. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay, so that means that we have Muse. And then we have... Let's see. We have... Sorry, my brain died for a second. We have Aiden. We have Sherry and Sherry. Sherry and Thorana. Yeah. Then we have a bunch of rats. No, actually we have Zale. Actually, wait, we have Spider, who's gonna go there too. Then we have Zio. Then we have Rat Queen. Then we have Swarm. Then we have Spider 2. All right, so heading through the initiative. Let's do this. Muse, this horrible ratstrosity, is directly in front of you, about 40 feet, pumping out rat after rat after rat. Everything to reach it is going to be rat terrain, which is rough terrain that also will bite you.
Okay, there's no unoccupied space in this
is a
silo.
No, there must be 1,000 rats inside of this silo.
Jeez, okay. Am I currently in rats?
You are currently ankle deep in rats.
Okay.
They basically, I need you to picture this. A door opens, and instead of water coming out, think about The Shining and the blood elevator, except rats.
Okay, that's kind of what I was picturing.
Just rats.
Just rats. Okay, but I wasn't positive if they had like knocked us back and like covered us or was anything to begin with. So. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Of course, the one spell that I didn't pull up there is the one that I was thinking of. Anyways, I am going to. She's gonna summon her packed weapon.
Okay.
And then. It's gonna be a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then she is also going to draw her other scimitar that she picked up at the sanatorium.
Okay. Sounds
good. Is drawing that other sword
No.
free or a bonus action?
It is usually a free action in my games to draw a sword.
Okay, so I could use a bonus action to attack with it.
Yeah, you can. Just remember that you
Because
don't
you
add
do
your
will?
modifier to damage.
Yes, exactly. So.
Okay.
All right, here is this, and this is just a D6.
Okay, so you're gonna
All
rush
right.
forward. So it now. I did say that it was 30 feet from you, and it's rough terrain. So unless you have something that allows you to move 60 feet, you can't reach it.
I was thinking of just like starting to. Can I move and just like start hacking through rats?
Just
Was
like a
basically what I
swarm.
was
Just a
thinking?
swarm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you absolutely can. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, because I was figuring, I can't reach it anyways. So 13 plus 2. So that is going to be a 15 to hit,
All right. Yeah, you can absolutely hit the rat swarm.
and it's just going to be 4 damage.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so rushing forward, you're going to start just like mowing through the rats, literally, like scything them. Just blood and guts are splattering everywhere. And Aoden, down below, you are going to see this spider come at you, but in your blind sight, you're going to see this isn't normal. This spider has a good 11 legs, some of them humanoid, and instead of the full spider face, you will see a warped and mutated dwarf skull with pincers pulling out of its stretched lips.
Ugh.
All right.
Well, that's a thorough abomination.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right. Aoden is can I retreat without provoking?
Without provoking, yeah, it's just inside of 10 feet, so it doesn't have reach on you.
All right. Aoden's just gonna retreat up the well.
All right, sounds good. You can actually, what's your movement speed as hunting spider?
40.
40?
Even in
Okay.
climb.
So that'll be 80 to make it up. So I said it was 120 foot, so you'll still be moving next round to get out.
Okay.
Okay. Sherry or Thorana, who wants to go first?
I have a good plan of what I want to do, so if
Go for it.
Okay, so first off,
There's a terrifying
bonus
spider
action-
headed your way. It might be a friend.
Yeah, it might be a friend. I figured since I saw a spider go down there, I saw Aiden turn into a spider.
Another spider
do
comes
I
up and goes,
hear-
I'm your friend.
I think you can tell which one's Aoden
Yeah.
is, because I think every time turns into a creature, it's gonna be like splotchy and burned, like
Also,
it's gone
Kelly,
it's gone through a forest fire.
Cut out for like 5 seconds there, so I
Yeah.
did not hear what you were saying. Can I hear what's going on / see what's going on in the silo?
Yeah, absolutely. You hear the
Okay,
sound
cool.
of hundreds of rats exploding onto the ground.
Cool. So for my movement, you said it's 30 feet away to the
So
rats.
the silo is about 20, 25 feet away, yeah.
Okay, so Thoran's gonna run over to that. As a bonus action. Actually, no. The spell is I can only do a cantrip if I cast a spell as a bonus action. I can't do 2 spells. Yes, so as a bonus action, I am going to cast a spiritual weapon,
Okay.
which this is the first time she's casting this. So it looks like a cane
Okay.
that a plague doctor might have, but at the top of it is this dripping crying eye in the metal encased for it. So it's a spiritual, and it has like black energy around it.
Perfect. All right. So what are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna go directly toward that gross thing, because there's a range of 60 feet, so I can pop it right beside her.
Perfect. All right. So go
Beside
ahead
Mama.
and give me an attack.
I would love to do that. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Oh, cocked. All right, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Well, that is absolutely a hit on Rat Queen. Go ahead and make me a damage roll, please.
Sweet. Let me just pull up the spell quickly for what it actually is. Shit. Come on.
And
go
this is
down.
a magic weapon, so this does
Yeah,
magic.
1d8 plus my spell casting. Cool. And it's force.
Good. Okay. Good. That does matter to me.
I bet. So that is going to be 4 plus my spellcasting modifier is 4 now. Good job. So that's going to be 8 points of force damage
Okay.
with the cane as it goes bonk bonk.
All right. She's going to be struck by it. It's going.
And then now, since I've put damage to her, I would love to cast Toll the Dead.
Oh yeah, because of course spiritual weapons bonus action.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. So what's my
Cleric's
save for
going
that?
cleric. Wisdom, please.
Nat 20. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
off.
I'm sorry. The bell tolls, but not for thee.
Don't go ba 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 for you.
Call a ambulance.
I'll call a ambulance, but not for me.
All right. So,
All right,
so
fine.
your cane's gonna bonk it, but unfortunately, the rat you deafened her with that blow, and she can't hear the sound of the bell.
Fair.
All right. So Sherry, it is your turn then. What do you do? So you're right next to this, standing about 5 feet back from
Yeah.
ZL, going. The rats are going up to their ankles. They're going up to your like hips.
Yeah, this is like not awesome at all.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
Yep, not ideal. It's how far away from me?
It is from you about 35 feet.
Okay. How bad is it gonna be if I cast that chromatic orb since I just took it today? Because
I think it might be a great idea.
I think it's gonna be all kinds of awesome. Good, bad, indifferent. So let's do that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Here is the way this is going to work. So right now,
Yeah.
I need you to make me a spell attack. So you choose cold, acid, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. So choose one of those.
Yeah. Something that would work on them and not kill us too.
Well, the chromatic orb is basically just like a ball. Like it's like throwing
it's
a
just a ball
softball.
that I'm yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm just throwing it at
So you make a
Mother.
spell attack roll.
Yeah. So okay, my spell attack, and that's D20, correct?
It's a D20 plus your spell attack bonus, which
Oh,
should be
yes.
your int
I've got-
mod plus
yeah.
your proficiency.
Yeah, my attack bonus that is a 4. Okay. Yeah. So let's see, 18 plus
so that
4.
should be
That makes it 22.
Should be a 24. Remember your proficiency bonus as well. Should
Oh,
be
I had
plus. Are you a +3 or +2?
my spell attack bonus is +4.
What's your int?
My int mod is my int is 17, so my mod there is 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your spell attack bonus should be a you're at
It should be
proficiency.
+5. It should be
Yeah.
+5 or
Plus
+2
5,
proficiency right now.
Are you still? Oh yeah, that's right. At level 5 it goes up.
Right.
So yeah, so that's a
Gone up,
23.
so it's 23.
That is an absolute hit on this thing.
Oh,
Now, what
and I
type-
didn't say what type.
You didn't.
Let's say poison, because it's a good generic kind of.
poison on Icky
Mother.
Rat thing.
Yeah, icky rat thing.
Okay, your ball of poison is going to strike into it and is going to turn and look at you and go as the poison just kind of
done acid.
bleeds off of it.
Oh, maybe I should have used acid.
Yeah, acid's good.
Acid
I'm sorry.
would have been better. Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. It's a great hit though. It hits it right in the center of its face.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend a reaction to move my swarm and make 2 swarm attacks. One against Muse with advantage because she's in the swarm.
I didn't hurt
That
it
it
at
is
all.
gonna be a my swarm is a +3. 16. Does that hit you, Muse?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay, Muse, you're going to take 2d4 bitey damage. That is going to be 6 points of bitey damage.
Okay.
As the rats begin to bite you. I'm going to need you to make me a constitution save at this point. And Ziel, you are the first in the line, so that is going to be... Does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, so you're just going to start buffeting these rats as they try to climb up you. Con save, what did you get, Muse?
14.
14. Okay, that is going to be... Let me just check something real quick.
And actually, Kelly, quick question.
answer.
Would Muse have any kind of advantage against
No.
rats because of her back?
Because of her being a cat?
used? No, because of being used by a merchant captain to probably control pests on a ship.
Not these kind of rats.
Sounds good.
These rats are... If these rats
Gotta
were on the
ask.
boat that you were on, I would pick a different boat. But good ask. Good try. I appreciate it. And let's just check one thing real quick. I just have to check your poison DC, because that was the one thing I didn't write down. That is... You got a 14?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because the DC is 13, which is good to know. Okay, so the rats are going to start biting at you. Beneath you, Aoden in the well, you can hear as the rats begin to climb up after you. Or pardon me, the spiders begin to climb up after you. But however, they move the same speed as you. So
Okay.
you're like, woo! All right, Ziel, it is your turn, my friend.
Okay, how far is the queen from me now?
Queen from you is 30 feet from you, because you were standing right next to the door.
take one of my hand axes and my shield, move up 10 feet, and throw my axe.
All right, sounds good. Make me an attack roll.
14.
14 is a hit. She ain't got much AC because she's just a rat. All right, so that is slashing damage. Give it to me.
Do I add anything to it, or is it just a d6?
It is a d6 plus your strength.
Strength. Okay. So that would be a 6.
Well, actually, hold on. I think is a hand axe versatile because you can.
I think wouldn't a hand axe be light/thrown? Wouldn't that be dex based?
I think
I've got addition fatigue right now because my brain's not working.
Hand axe is not versatile.
It is not versatile. No, because versatile is small, large. I was thinking light thrown, but I just got to remind myself about thrown weapons real quick. Because my brain is thinking Pathfinder for some reason tonight.
Right, I can use strength too, but let me double check.
Yeah, I think it's strength for throwing, but if it's a light, you can use strength or.
Yeah, I think it was either one.
Yeah, so go ahead and use your dex.
Well, strength is better.
Oh, strength better for you? Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah,
you have no
strength is better for me. That's why
Yeah.
I decided.
Okay, so how much damage is it?
Be 6.
6. Okay.
And I would like to use Psionic Strike.
Okay. Go ahead. Make it so. So, how do you go about doing that?
So his eyes would charge and charge his blade with force energy. You would just let it fly, and on top of the 6 damage, you'll take 6 plus an extra 10 force damage.
Damn, son. Okay, this thing is going to shriek. By the way, the offer is up on the table if anybody needs to cheat now. And this thing is going to shriek in pain as your Psychic Blast hits it. And you know what? Is going to rush you. Now, Muse is... You waited in 15 feet, right, Muse?
Correct.
Okay, so that means that both of you are inside of my range because you're within 5 feet of each other now, because he went up 10 feet. So this thing is going to turn and it is about the size of a Volkswagen bus, like it's membranous things with a rat head about the size of a wolf's head, and is going to just turn and charge you both. This one is going to be for my good friend. All right, well, I'm pretty sure that an 8 does not hit you, Trizalta. It latches, it tries to slam you with its maw and isn't able to. You're going to block it with your shield, and then it's going to turn, and I'm going to use a Hurt Them More. I'm going to use another Hurt Them More. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. I have literally rolled 3, 3, 4, 4, 3.
Oh my god.
So it is just writhing and trying to strike all of you. And you know what? It's so frustrated. I'm going to spend my last 2 Hurt the Morphs for just a wild attack at both of you. Okay. Question. Does a 13 hit either of you?
Meats.
Does not hit me.
This thing is like frothing at the mouth and just like gets incredibly frustrated. But does manage to latch out and slam into you at the last second, Muse. I'm out of Hurt Them Mores. I had to spend 6 of them to hit you, Muse.
Oh my god.
If that makes you feel better. Because I'm going to use
them. That makes me feel great.
You're going to take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
So I want to use my reaction and use Interception.
Okay, so this thing is just going to go and is basically just going to like breach its own wave of rats and come down on you. Oh, here's a question for you, Thorana. Does a spiritual weapon get opportunity attacks?
Oh, God.
Google
it. Yeah, I will Google that.
Google that right now because it left the spiritual weapons range.
Yeah, it does.
Meanwhile, how much does that reduce by, Traz?
Reduces it by 8 total.
By 8. Okay, so that goes from, what did I say, 21? So 21 drops to 13, which is much nicer. And I need you to make me a strength or dex save. Your choice. Muse.
Oh,
strength or...
me?
Yeah, because you're getting crushed by a giant rat queen.
That's fair. Strength or dex. That's only going to be a 14.
That is a success. So you are not crushed under it. You managed to dodge out of the way in time. The swarm is going to rise up and make a swarm attack against everybody who's in the rats right now.
Google says no.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is going to be that's going to be an unnatural 20 and a 21. So both of you are going to take 2d4 points of bitey. Okay, Cat, you're going to take another 3 points of biting damage. And ZL is going to take 4 points of biting damage. I need both of you to make me Constitution saves. As rats are crawling all over you. You've got rats upon your rats.
13.
13, you are still okay.
Mine's only a 5.
All right, you are going to be poisoned. As the rat bite plagues into you. And then that is that. That is swarm number 1. And then brain. And Giselda, it's been 4 days since you've had a treatment, my friend. I would greatly like you to make me a charisma save.
I can do that. It's not that last dice. That's better. You said charisma?
Yay.
15.
Was that 15 or 50?
15.
Okay, 50 would be, like, pretty impressive. Okay, so you're going to feel poisoned and are suddenly going to have a flashback. You're going to feel a tugging in the center of your chest, try to pull away from you, and instead you're going to hear the clinking of glasses together and sweet elven words spoken by a sultry voice. It's delicious. It's from Evermere. Please drink up, my love. And you feel the coursing of poison through your veins only seconds after you raise the goblet to your lips and see the red wine pour into your throat. And then you're surrounded by rats again. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, he's probably going to look really woozy, kind of just shaking his head now.
All right, that is the rats. And behind you, Aiden, you'll hear another spider go... Assuming it makes noise. And top of the initiative, Muse, you are surrounded by rats upon your rats.
And I have a giant rat right in front of me that is going to get an attack from my packed scimitar and my offhand scimitar.
That sounds great. Give it to me, Musey.
Ooh. So how does a 25 sound for a rat queen and a 20 and a 17 for rat queen sound?
Okay. Those are both gonna hit.
Cool. So then can you please take and this is
please give me the damage separately.
Okay, so this is going to be magical slashing is going to be 9.
Okay.
And regular slashing is going to be 4.
Okay, 9. Okay, so regular slashing.
Regular slashing.
Gotta check something real quick. And that's weird, but okay, I'll allow it. Okay. So slicing and dicing through, you are going to slash into its flank, cutting it deeply twice. It is going to snarl, and this thing is approaching bloodied. I'm going to say that it is pretty bloodied at this point. It is bloodied as Traz, you watch enough of the games, Traz, you know. Okay. This thing is bloodied as you bury your scimitars into the side of it and rip. Rats are going to pile out onto you as you cut it open. This thing is stuffed with rats. It's a rat pinata. Oh god. Aiden, you are continuing to climb up. It's 40 more feet to the lip. What do you do?
I am going to do those 40 feet to crest out the top of it. And then Are
you dragging the rope with you as you climb?
No, because I don't think I have the strength to do that right now.
Okay. As a giant spider.
So I'm only medium. I've right now I got a strength of 12.
That's enough to carry like a scroll case.
Sure. Like if I could carry it, sure, I'll carry the gear. I'll retreat with the gear.
I mean, you're not bringing the body. You're just bringing the gear, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I will spill over the top of it, and then I will probably transform back at the top.
Okay.
So that I'm standing and ready to go. And
Does transforming back cost you a bonus action?
I'm not sure. Let me just double check real quick.
'Cause normally, most of the druids I know lose their wild shape when they get punched enough.
Yeah, but I'm letting it go. I'm not choosing to do it. Like,
You retain. You choose whether your equipment falls. You revert your normal by using a bonus action on your turn.
okay, so I guess that's a bonus action. Then I still have an action left. Sweet.
You do still. Yes.
So I will. How wide is this?
So the well is about, we'll say 10 feet wide for the purposes of game mechanics, about 8 feet wide.
About 8 feet wide. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do is I'm going to summon my fire spirit.
Okay. All right, so your fire spirit will appear directly above that. All right, sounds good. And then it doesn't get to act until its turn, your next turn, right?
That is correct, yes.
All right, Sherry and Thorana, you're both up. Sherry, rats are rising up around your ankles, your hips, your thighs. Oh Lord, they're ready.
Terrible. This is terrible. Oh gosh. What could be useful? How about the magical ice cream cone? Rhymes binding eyes. Let me have another look at that.
Okay, Rhymes blinding ice.
That could be.
I actually posted a link for that in our chat.
Yeah, I've got it.
So that would hurt your allies.
Yeah,
unless
no,
you
that's
angled
not
it.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
no.
no. It's you know what? It's a cone. So you'd have to wade into the rats.
Yeah.
But you could angle yourself so that it only hits rats and the queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worth going into the rat pool.
Okay, so I need you to make me a dex save to try to wade through the rats and not get bit.
Okay. A couple little nips is fine, but just, not bit to, smithereens. Dex, you said?
Yep.
16.
16. Okay, you're gonna take 2 hit points of damage as you kind of go through the rats.
Okay.
You're gonna be nipped a couple things. And what I need to do is make a save against you. I have a something good happens. I'm gonna spend it for disadvantage.
If anybody hears the thumping, that's the kitten tearing the house.
All
apart
right,
again.
I got a dex save. This thing does not have a great dex. I got a 3.
Ooh.
Tell me what happens.
Okay. So,
I need you to give me 3d8 cold damage.
Yep, 3d8 cold damage.
And its speed is reduced by
8.
a lot.
Yeah. It's hindered for 1 minute.
Speed reduced to 0.
Yeah. Woo.
Damn, that's a good spell.
Oh my gosh.
I can see why it's a level 2.
Yeah. 13.
13 damage between the 3d8.
13
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
It is absolutely bloody to this point, although you
Oh
can't
wait,
tell.
sorry, 14. 14. That's at 851. That's 14.
Okay, so after the chromatic orb fails, you call upon Rhymes binding ice, and a wave of ice is going to crystallize out, like freezing this thing in place as its legs are pinned. Well, its undulous mass is pinned.
Mm-hmm.
It is still in striking range. It can still lean forward and bite, but it can't move if you get out of its range.
Yeah.
All right.
So if I can move back next round, I will.
You can still move back this round. You'd provoke an attack of opportunity, but you could still. You could spend your bonus action to get disadvantage on it.
Yes. I am willing to do that.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a 4 and a 3 with disadvantage, so it's gonna snap at you, but you just dodge out of the way nimbly.
Yes, because I am nimble.
You have squat nimbleness.
I am
Thorana, it is your
nimble.
turn. What would you like to do?
Cool. So I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. I'll call it closer, and as it's zooming towards me, I'm gonna bonk it with its head.
Come on. Okay.
Bong.
Give me the cane.
I will give you the cane. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll me damage.
Perfect. That's a D10, Robin. As much as I would like to roll that, that's called cheating. All right, that's going to be 7 points of force damage from
Okay.
the cane, and then now it's just its speed is reduced, so it wouldn't get any it wouldn't get any disadvantage for like a dexterity.
No, it
Saving
doesn't get a dex save difficult bonus or penalty or anything like that. But it can't move.
Yeah, it can't move. Or do I do a safe option, or do I try and do Toll the Dead again? I'm gonna try and Toll the Dead again.
Okay.
Please make me a wisdom save.
Okay. Would you like to flip the offer?
Yes, I'd like to flip the offer.
Okay, that is a fail.
Sweet. All right, 1d12 necrotic damage.
But now I have the offer.
I know. Oh, I rolled a 12. That's going to be 12 points of necrotic
no, I
damage
don't
to
like it.
the rat.
All right, so once more, bonk, toll will strike out. But meanwhile, back at the well, Aedan, your flame spirit is going to in front. One of the spiders is going to go and just like go back down. It's not messing with fire. It is smart enough for that. So one spider is out of the action. It does not care enough. I'm going to flip the offer back over, though, to have another rat swarm overtake everybody. So if you are inside of the rat swarm, which is everybody but Thorena at this point.
Am I in it too?
No, you're a spider. You're over at the well.
Okay.
You're not a person. Okay. So that is going to be... does a 13 does hit Muse. We established this before, Kelly. Okay, so Muse is going to be hit. Does a 10 hit ZL? No. And okay, I cannot hit anybody but Muse tonight. I literally rolled a 5 with advantage against Sherry. Oh wait, I wouldn't have had advantage. I would have had to roll flat, which means that okay. Muse, you are going to do me the honor of taking 7 more points of piercing damage as they continue to gnaw on you, because this time the rats are eating the cat. Played by Cat.
No.
Can I use interception on the swarm of rats?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
So basically, you're just putting up a psychic shield. So, and Cat, I need you to make me another con save.
Oh.
Ooh, that is a. Did you con 17, 18?
Okay, you are still fine, but minus the rat bites, which
Minus
are
the
still...
rat bites.
I would reduce the damage by 12.
Okay, so in fact, you take no damage. That con save was irrelevant. The rats are like, ah! And you're just like watching. One of the rats like dives for your nose and is almost about to latch on the tip of it when suddenly a psychic bulwark goes whoomp, and the rat starts floating away. It's like you can almost hear bum bum ba bum 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 bum. And Ziel, it's your turn. What do you do? So do you take no damage, Muse? Go.
I'm going to take out my sword and try to take a swing at it, but I'm still poisoned, right?
You are still poisoned.
So disadvantage. Hate it. That could have been worse. 14.
14's a hit. Roll me damage.
That's where are my d8? There they are. 7.
7 points of regular. Are you doing your psychic blasty thing again, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that again. Need to kill
Okay.
this thing.
Oh man, this thing is very hurt.
So that will be 9 more force damage.
Okay, this thing is bludgeoned and bloodied and is in its last legs. It is going to enter kind of just a feral mode. It's going to roar and try to bite at you. So here we go, buddy. Let's do it. God damn it. It's going to try to bludgeon you out of the way with its momentum, getting a fantastic 12. And here we go. You know what? I could take out Muse, You're right here. It's going to look at you, try to snatch you once. Oh, and Otheon, did you just do that? Oh.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
Thanks, bud.
Slip.
James!
Right.
James,
It was an opportunity to hurt Traz.
Oh,
That's fair. All right, Trizelta, do me the honor, my friend, of taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage as this rat just crushes you into the ground. And make me a strength or dex save, your choice.
gee, you know which one I'm going to use?
I would use, dex just to mix it up.
I don't know. It's not very good to begin with. 11.
Okay, you are going to be knocked prone.
Crap.
You are beneath the Rat Queen. That means that you are beneath the swarm, which means it's swarm time. If you are in the swarm, time to take some damage. Yes, that is the way this works, Kelly. Why are you doubting yourself? Because it's delayed. Traz, you're going to take 5 points of swarm damage. And Muse, you're going to take 8 points of swarm damage. But you didn't take any from the previous fight, so that's pretty good.
That's good.
And Sherry, you're still in the rat swarm, so that's going to be 5 points of damage to Sherry. As these, because you're basically just wading through wrath.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Okay. And then the spider that has not been feared off is going to rush forward and take a bite at your flame spirit because it's that dumb. It has a 22 to bite your flame spirit.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I could bite my flame spirit.
Okay, that is going to be 1d8. This flame spirit is going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I have no idea how many.
8 points.
And it cannot make a Constitution save because it doesn't have Constitution.
I don't believe it can. No. Let me.
Actually, can it take poison damage? Is it immune to poison? It's probably immune to poison.
I think it's immune to a bunch of stuff. So
It's made of fire. I'm going to say that it's probably immune to poison.
Circle of Wildfire.
All right. So, while you're finding that out, top of the round, Muse, you are still up?
I am still up.
Okay, this thing is like crushing ZL into the ground. What do you do?
I'm gonna make 2 attacks at it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make 2 attacks at it.
Okay.
Does a my low one is a base 14. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Okay, that's my low one. That is my scimitar. My packed weapon is a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It is a 19.
19? Okay. So go ahead and check your damage 1 sec. Let me pause you for 1 sec. So it has been said that apparently the fire elemental can take some damage there. So I need it to make a con save, James.
Sure. If it matters, they would have had I think it would have been dodging automatically because it didn't have any orders.
Well, does it do that the first turn it's summoned?
Yes, but because I couldn't give it any orders, it normally get to act. So like, it would have gotten a chance to act, but I couldn't give it. But Aoden couldn't give it orders
Just
to
roll
attack
the con
or do
save.
anything. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be con a +2. That's gonna be 15.
Okay. So it's going to take 4 more points of poison damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kat. So you wade into this thing with your scimitars. Okay. Give me the magic damage.
Magic damage is going to be 8 magic slashing.
Okay. 8 magic slashing. Okay.
And 3 regular slashing.
3?
3.
How do you kill it? To the number, Kat.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Yay!
It had 1 hit point after your first hit.
Oh my god. She's going to like wade up to this thing, and with both blades, she's just going to take its head off.
Okay. Its head is going to pop off of its shoulders, roll, crushing some of its rats, which as soon as it dies, several of the rats, and by several, I mean roughly about half of them are going to dissolve into protoplasm, flooding the ground with afterbirth. You're standing on a field of placenta at the moment. And even as that happens, they begin to writhe around, reaching up toward the sky like earthworms in the rain. You're surrounded by this awful, awful, just shriek of death and rot. Aiden, over at your pit, the spider bites into your flame spirit. What do you do?
The flame spirit will probably teleport away from it, so there's gonna be an explosion there. Oh no, it's when it arrives. Pardon me. Never mind. So it's just going to it'll disengage and go straight up.
Okay.
I will hit it with produce flame, and I will actually, if it's right there and it's stuck at the top of just the top of the entrance, right? It's kind of trapped. Actually, I'll just stab it with my spear.
Sounds great.
Right
Go
there.
ahead.
So that's going to be 14.
That's a hit.
Oh, hey, cool. I actually hit something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a spider. It's
Yeah. And that's going to be 9 piercing damage from the spear.
okay. And can you make me a contested strength roll?
Sure.
Okay.
That is going to be 13.
13. Okay, so you're gonna stab it. It's not gonna be enough to knock it down the well, but you are going to stab into it quite well. This is the dwarf-faced one, and you're going to pierce side of its face, plunging your blade into it. This strange tumorous tissue is going to start to squeeze out, like popping a pimple almost, like squeezing a toothpaste tube. Really. Do you have anything with your bonus action?
I gave orders to the spirit to disengage, so that's going to be its
Okay.
that's thing.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, Sherry and Thorena, you are up. What do? You see that Aedan is stabbing another spider over by the well that's about 20 feet away from you. What do you do?
So I'm 20 feet away from the queen, right?
So actually, what I would like is everybody who is in where the queen is, this rotting stench is going to rise up. Just give me a con save.
All right.
Which
That's fair.
Or
rats upon your rats.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
15.
So 22.
14.
14. Okay.
17.
All right. You all are gonna. You okay? I'm okay. Okay. No, you are not sickened, but God, you want to be. It would make it better.
My cat's looking at me like, you got hairball? Yes, we all have.
You do have hairballs. All right. So Thorena or Sherry, who wants to act first?
How about using the old sapping sting on the spider?
Okay. Oh, that knocks it prone too.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I need for this?
You need to succeed a con save.
Does a 12 succeed?
That's a good question.
It does not. It does not. I'll tell you that right now.
Definitely not.
It does not. I rolled an 11 plus 1, so stabbing sting does how much damage? It's like 1d6?
1d4 necrotic damage and fall prone.
Which means...
Down the well.
Oh god. And
Timmy
falling...
fell down the well. You take 3 necrotic damage.
Yeah, and then I take... hold on. I'm just going to do this real quick.
Because it's like perched over the opening of the
yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's in the well. So
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
have a hairball
It's
now.
a D6 per 10 feet, I think.
And I said it was 120 feet fall, so...
Yep. Bye.
Okay, so it's going to take
That
how
is a
much?
full
Don't-
yeet.
How much damage from you? 3?
3.
Okay,
3
so it has
necrotic.
16 hit points as it falls, and because of the way falling works, it's going to fall. It's a minimum 50 feet per round. So I'm going to give it a dex save. Which
Do we just
okay.
watch the hit points go
I was gonna
down?
say, on
like,
my turn, can I run
16,
up before it technically has
13,
a second round and shoot a firebolt at it?
Sure. Yeah, do
Make
it.
sure it's extra dead.
It's
Sure, go
extra
ahead.
dead, but I just want to make sure it doesn't grab onto the side of the well.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do that. Absolutely.
yeah.
Go ahead. Make me a roll. Give me a
Perfect.
spell attack roll.
I would love to give you.
Give me that roll.
I will. That's a natural 20.
All right, roll me double damage.
There you go.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Please roll
There's
only
our
15 damage.
20s.
Please only roll 15 damage.
Actually, I realize I don't have Fireball on this character, but I do have Chill Touch, which is also spell attack, so that's
Okay.
what it was.
That sounds
I got
fine.
confused about which character I have.
That's fine. Roll me damage.
I am trying to find another D8. Ah, there it is. Oh, wow. Wait, how much did you want me to roll, Kelly?
15.
I rolled a 15. I rolled an 8 and a 7.
Cool.
Nice.
So it's going to start to like grab the sides. Does your chill how does your tilt does it just like smack its paws? Basically like no.
Yeah, I think it
down,
touches
down,
and goes,
down.
no.
Okay, which means that it is
No,
going
no.
to hit the ground with 1 hit point, which means that due to Sherry's falling damage, it is going to take negative 34. And it is just going to be
That's why I like to see spiders. Splat.
and with that, the combat ends. You stand in a pool of viscera as several normal rats scurry around, running away. And above you, you can hear the sound of thunder. Rain is coming, thank God. And it begins to fall around you.
Well, we
This
got
is
rid of that.
gross.
Muse is gonna press the
Problem?
digitation herself,
Okay.
and then she's gonna press the digitation ZL.
Yeah, we'll give some to ZL. It's kind of like,
Thank you.
It's kind of icky over there.
Oh yeah, I have the stone. She'll like take the soap bar and basically like soap ZL.
It's getting a whole bath here.
I need it. I'm gonna have this smell in my
Little-
nose for
little
weeks
icky.
now.
We'll get some Vicks Vapor Rub or something.
Well, if you ever lose your memory again, let's hope you get rid of that one.
Yeah, you could lose that one.
I did get a memory from that.
Oh, you did.
Oh.
I still can't make sense of it though.
Oh, nothing useful?
Having a drink with a lover, maybe?
Ooh. That's something you'd like to have back.
Except it happened when the rats poisoned me.
Oh.
So I don't know if I was poisoned. I can't make sense of it.
That's curious. Sherry's just gonna ponder that for a while. It's ponderable.
What was with the rats? This wasn't a normal rat problem.
Oh gosh. No, it wasn't. It was more than just a rat nest. Ugh.
Eldon, did you find anything else down there besides spiders?
Found a murdered priest. I didn't have much, but he had this, and he'll actually like reach down and like peel this package off of his thigh where it was probably stuck to him for after the transformation, and kind of chunk and then dump it on the ground.
As you dump it on the ground, the scroll case is going to open from the impact, and several scrolls are going to spill across the ground, as well as some other papers. And as you look down, a single piece of paper will begin to be battered by rain. As you look down, you will all see that it says something simple across it. It's a log. It's the Acolyte of Omesh's logbook, or it's log notes. And written in large letters on one of these dates are the words, "He is no prophet."
Oh.
Can I scoop that up and hit it with prestidigitation to dry it off, and then put it in my bag?
Sure. So as you gather your things up, that note catches your eye.
Just take all of those things.
And I think this is where we're going to call game for the night. And we'll determine what scrolls those are next time. All right, so
Scrolls of Mystery.
yeah. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for the Dirge for Exalar tonight. Hope you enjoyed game 3 of 8-ish. As the mystery deepens, we continue to lean into it. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. Tonight was a little rockier. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning, and then I'm just really out of it tonight. So I really appreciate you sticking with us, because I hate it when I'm not on my 100%.
I was.
I wasn't on my 100% tonight either.
I think a lot of us are getting over something, so
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but I hope you all had
State
fun.
of the world.
Did you guys have fun?
Oh,
Yes.
A lot of fun.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of fun.
Good.
A lot of fun.
Sorry about the toothpaste thing. That was, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I just want to say, Thorana was right. Just saying, guys, about the prophet.
They knew.
There's interesting stuff
He's
going
not a
on.
prophet, he's a god.
There are. Yes.
All right. So, folks, that is going to be it for us tonight for Dirge of Exalar. Thank you so much for tuning into Dork Tales. Quick thank you to my patrons, including and especially Soul Omen, who is the one who actually wrote a bunch of the stuff for the village. I'm riffing off of it to do her some live play justice, because you never can run anything when it meets the players. But is also responsible for a lot of this, so I'm going to blame her. I also want to thank DM Michael Gray, who was in the chat earlier, fantastic human being and responsible for Liss, the God of Doors, who's shown up in other games. I also want to thank my demonic patron, Precarious, who needs to touch base with me about demon stuff, and my princes of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy. If you want to join them, get your name at the end of the episodes, head to patreon.com/dorktales, because if you can... if you're watching the stream a bunch, maybe consider tossing a coin to your streamer. You know, you tip your waiter, tip your streamer, because it's literally all I do for a living. It's a sad life. Anyway, please join the Patreon. I love you. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Good to see you. I love you too, buddy. Mike's a great guy. You should go follow his channel. Mike, feel free to plug yourself in the chat. With that, I want to see you next time. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow night with the Shards of Nirn, where it is going to be a weird one. If you thought this combat was weird, tomorrow it's going to be weirder.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch.
Yep.
Good night, everybody. Boy.